Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well on this beautiful Sunday evening. This is another Amateur Footballer Unhinged episode with the originals. This is sponsored by the London Challenge Cup and Independent Vets as part of Independent FC. So let's start from the top. At the top, we have the London Cup organizer, level 3 referee, and also an expert in punditry as a referee. Jamal, how you doing, sir?
Very good. Thank you for having me. Thanks. Always good to be back.
And next to Jamal, we have the manager of Independent Vets. Ray, how are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
And at the bottom, we have another Independent Vets player, centre back, also an official referee. Nana, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. Good to be back. You right?
Yep, I'm good. And last but not least is one of the angriest men in grassroots football, Paul, aka Black Klopp. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Cool. So again, let me just say thank you for everyone that's been tuning in. I'm just going to put in the link here. So if anyone wants to actually come onto the show, please click the link that you've just seen right now. And again, we are kind of all here for like you guys. Your opinion counts. So let me kind of quickly talk through what we'll try and cover in this 2 hours. So of course, we'll be kind of talking about if Gareth Bale's career is over, and also was it the wrong move for like Spurs to actually bring him from Real Madrid. We'll be also talking about Phil Foden. Does he deserve a start for England? And is he the kind of future of the England team? We'll be also talking about Leicester City and their rise. Really, can we kind of now class Leicester City as an established top 4 team? And we'll be kind of talking about other like topics as well. I know there was something online about Mike Dean and Steve Bruce being abused and like threatened on like social media, and Instagram have now put certain things in place. I can have my kind of opinions about that, and we'll be also touching upon other trending topics. So again, thank you for everyone that's tuning in. I'm going to leave it up to the originals. What do you guys want to talk about first? No one? All right. You know what? Okay. let's kind of talk about Bale. Let's kind of talk about Bale's situation now at Spurs. Bale's situation, full stop. I mean, let's kind of start with Jamal. I mean, like, what's your kind of overall feeling in terms of Bale, Jose Mourinho, and can also Spurs as a team?
Well, I actually thought it was gonna work. I thought it would have been a lot better than it is now. I thought it would have been a good move for Gareth. Get away from Madrid where things were getting a little toxic, and I thought it would have been okay. Obviously, a player at the peak of his powers, a lot of ability, great running ability. I mean, it's a really good attacking threat, and I'm just so disappointed. I was never no huge Gareth Bale fan, but I had a lot of respect for his game, of course, and I'm just really disappointed in him as an athlete, as a man. I'm kind of disappointed that it feels as if not enough efforts being made, and sometimes you can kind of feel like you don't really want to play the game as much. You're not as hungry as much, and you hear a lot of top athletes speak about it. When you start earning that much money, it's very difficult to be motivated to be at your best. And it kind of smells like that now. It's just like Spurs really want to win some trophies. They need to win some trophies. You could really contribute to this team, and you'd rather just do, I won't say do nothing. I assume it's in training, but you're not getting selected. That means you're not playing well enough. You're not playing well enough in training to be selected. And yeah, I'm just disappointed by the whole thing. Really am.
And actually, Ray and Nana, I know that he was linked to United maybe a season or two ago. Do you think you guys have dodged a bullet? And do you think it's maybe just like the Spurs system, the reason why Bale is not performing?
Go on, Nana. I'll let you go with this one.
You can never tell. I think if you talk about Gareth Bale, like Jamal was saying, you know what he's done in the past. You know what he's capable of doing. There seems to be some sort of toxic relationship with him and Mourinho. There was a comment out there today, well, a few days ago, about him putting out the text message that he was ready to go, and Mourinho coming out and saying, "No, actually, no, you weren't." So something's not right in that marriage over there. In terms of whether we have dodged a bullet or not, again, it's a difficult one to say, because it could have come in, and because we need 3 seasons ago we needed somebody out wide. When he was playing well, but also had some sort of friction with Madrid. If he had come 3-4 seasons ago, he may have had an impact in the dressing room, on the pitch, and also. But again, you can never really tell. I go along with most of Jamal's comments. Sometimes it seems there's not enough hunger at the moment. If you're on that astronomical, salary, you're not as hungry as you used to. Look at Phil Foden. Look at the young guys right now. Like, they want to play football. They really want to play football. And when you have someone like that in your team, it's great. It could have come to United and done something different. Maybe not. You never know. It's all ifs and buts. But hey,
I disagree with some of that. Gareth Bale, when Man United tried to sign Gareth Bale, that was, I think, they tried to sign him after the second or third season that he was in Madrid. Gareth Bale has killed his own career. He wanted to keep taking the money. He had no ambition. He had nothing. He didn't want to become one of the top players in the world, as far as I'm concerned. At the end of the day, there's an argument about you're earning this kind of money and it's a business, so you should keep on earning even if you're not playing. Top players don't do that. Top players want to be on the football pitch and create their history. They want to be known as a top player first and foremost. Gareth Bale was happy playing golf and sitting in the stands holding an umbrella. And you can't turn it on and off. He turned it off and was happy to sit there. And now he's decided to jump back into a league that is way too physical for him. You can't go from just sunning yourself to then going into a league where nobody respects reputations. The Premier League isn't there for that. He needs to go somewhere like MLS. That's where he can go and play and enjoy himself. It's nothing to do. I don't like the way Jose is dealing with him, but that's just Jose. I didn't like him when he was at Man United, and he's always going to be that way. But it's not to do with the Spurs system. It's nothing to do with the way the club is set up. It's Gareth Bale. He could go anywhere. It'd be the same outcome. But he's just finished now.
Okay, cool. And Paul, what's some your opinion about Gareth Bale?
Exactly, Ray. We had this conversation one evening after training with a certain player of ours. I hope he comes on tonight. A lot of these people that are watching, well, the 16 of them that are watching the show tonight, buy into the British press having a go at Real Madrid and Zidane, taking the mickey out of our boy Gareth, blah blah this, blah blah that. his hunger's gone. Too much injuries. Living on yesteryear. It was always going to happen with him going to Spurs. It was a PR thing from Levy. If you're a top player, it works at Real Madrid. Simple. If you're a top player and you're hungry. If it's the case where you're earning too much money, then all these top players will stop playing now because they all earn over the odds. They all earn over the odds. So why don't they all stop playing? Why did Cristiano go to a competitive league when he could have gone MLS? And why did he? Because he's still got the fire. Bale is a joke. His legacy is getting destroyed by himself, and he's only got himself to blame. Simple. Simple.
So
I think Gareth seems to be really salty over certain issues that happen at Real Madrid. I don't agree with any of them except for one thing. That goal he scored against Liverpool in the Champions League final was amazing, and he is right though. If Zidane did that, or even Marcelo, it would have been seen as some legendary goal, and it really should be. And so Gareth is kind of preaching some form of like discrimination, as in like because he's not seen as a flair player, or maybe he doesn't come from.
Of course, he's a flair player, Jamal. Remember,
no,
Jamal.
I don't know what Gareth's point.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you. No, sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you. But Gareth Bale went to Spain and couldn't be asked to learn the language. Now, in Spain, that is a big thing for them, and rightly so. If I'm paying you like 600 grand a week, the least you can do is learn the language. I mean, when Beckham went to Spain, everyone used to say, "Oh, Beckham's dozy, Beckham's this, Beckham's that." First thing he did was hire a Spanish teacher to teach him the language so he can communicate. If you can't even communicate with your teammates and you can't be asked, then you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage.
So when that's enough though to score a goal like that, and
in Spain,
to score a goal in the Champions League final, to not be hyped to that level. I see what way he got treated in Spain, yes, but yeah.
Jamal,
yeah.
You forget the animal that is Real Madrid. They expect to win the Champions League every season. It's not a big deal to them. They expect it. It's theirs. You move on. After you've won it, you move on. You don't think about it. The last one, you move on. That goal, Zidane scored an even better goal. Left foot volley, ball came out of the air. Roberto Carlos.
See, this is what Gareth means. This is what Gareth means. It's not a better goal than Gareth's goal.
The thing is, Jamal, it's not. But if you ask Zidane now, Zidane isn't focused on that goal. Zidane wasn't focused on it in the following season.
Exactly.
The winners are focused on what I'm going to do this season. That was a lovely goal. After the game, lovely, clap my hands. But it's the following season. That's where they make their legacy. You look at Cristiano, and he's a perfect example. If you look at the frustration when he doesn't get a square ball to tap in, because those are all to do with him cementing his legacy as one of the best footballers the world has ever seen. That's where his motivation is. He's driven. Gareth Bale doesn't have half of that drive. He's happy with his lot. I've won the Champions League 3 times. I can go on holiday. Top players, hungry players, legends don't do that. Legends are, how many goals am I going to score this year? How many clean sheets if I'm a defender? Everything they want their numbers so that when they finish, they can look. It's like when Giggs was at his peak and when he was getting ready to retire, and they're like, "Oh, how does it feel to win?" He's like, "Ask me when I retire. That's when I'll tell you." Because for now, I got next season to worry about. I got preseason training. I mean, if you look at when Rio talks about Man United, when he won his first league and he wanted to celebrate and blah, 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 and the players are like, "We got training in the morning. We're getting ready for preseason." He's like, "We just won the league, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, Jamal, that's fine. That's lovely.
If you listen to the old guys when they went to Italy, Souness, Wilkins, Mark Haitley, they all learnt the language straight off. All learnt the language. Because it's disrespectful to the fans if you're doing an interview and you can't speak their language. Straight away. So there's been examples for him to understand that. He didn't care. And it's come back to bite him in the ass. How did he think that the Real Madrid fans were going to treat him after he's put that banner out? Golf, Wales, Real Madrid. Huh? They see their club as the best thing since sliced bread. Okay? Best thing since sliced bread. Now you're disrespecting them. So what? You scored a goal in Champions. So what? We win
And you're getting
Champions, win the Champions League
600 grand
before
a
you even
week.
came. So what?
I'm sorry.
So what?
So
You didn't bring the Champions League to us. We brought the Champions League to you.
That's how they will view it. That is how they view it. Yeah, that's how they view it. You didn't win it for us.
So, question to you guys. So, do you think it was a Levy signing or a Mourinho signing?
It was Levy.
That stinks of Levy to me. I mean, it could be a Mourinho signing, but that stinks of a Daniel Levy to me.
Mourinho don't like no one there bigger than him.
That's not Mourinho.
Gareth Bale had too much of a. Mourinho wouldn't
That's
sign.
not a Mourinho
sign
player.
him. That's Levy all day long.
Are you trying to tell me that Jose thinks Gareth Bale is a better player than Jose thinks he is a manager?
No, Jose will look at him.
knows.
Jose will look at him and the
Mourinho
reputation he
knows.
comes with, and said, "No, I don't like that," and he'll just slap that right back down, which is what he's doing now.
I have so much respect for Jose. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like the way he dealt with Paul Pogba when he was at your club. You know,
100%.
To myself, "Ooh, is it going to happen again?" It doesn't seem to be. Jose seem to show some sort of personal growth, and like he's learned from that Pogba situation a little bit.
Nah.
So it seems like it's just like 100% Gareth, where the Jose and Paul Pogba situation, it seemed 50-50 at times.
Nah, Jose's
Jose's
toxic.
patient.
He's toxic. Look what he did with Shaw. When you've got a professional footballer and you go into the press conference and you say everything he did good was because of me.
Yeah, but I thought Jose isn't doing that no more. I feel like Jose isn't doing that at Spurs.
Well, look what he did to Ndombele. He called out.
Right.
He did the same thing to Ndombele. It worked with Ndombele, and he got better. But he's always got that in him. He did it at the end of in Chelsea as well when they got rid of him.
The Chelsea thing was
bad. Mentality.
Well, I mean, let's not forget.
He did it.
He's a legend. And again, like, let's not forget, he literally did say something to like Gareth on the training ground, and it got leaked. So he kind of has that kind of old school mentality, and thinking that he can ride up players, but some players just they kind of need that arm, around them. So actually,
absolutely. Like, sorry, I was just gonna add to. Don't forget, Jose has been the way he has been for a while. Sometimes he rubs the players up the wrong way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, people will die for him. People like Ibrahimovic, the team
Terry, Lampard.
Yeah, you remember when Torres went from Liverpool to Chelsea, and it wasn't Mourinho signing, and there was a game that he needed a goal. He played Terry up top.
He wasn't there at the same time, was he?
He was. Sorry, Shevchenko.
Yeah, Torres was.
He played Terry up top. Sometimes he has a way of doing things. Sometimes he helps some players. Sometimes he doesn't. And you would have thought he would have learned by now that it's not working in modern day football. Like some of these old school guys, yes. Like I mentioned, Zlatan, anywhere he calls him, he's going to go and play for him. There's some people who will play for Mourinho the way he is. However, modern day footballers, like you said, sometimes they need an arm around the neck. Mourinho is toxic.
Yeah, but sorry to cut you. No. You see, with Ibrahimovic, that's a different animal. Ibrahimovic is, you see, Jose, and this is why I don't like Jose. Before I continue, I can't pronounce the name. Is it Wayeru? He's all the way from Kenya. We have to give him a thumbs up. That's
shout out for like
but yeah, with Jose is a bully. He's a bully. He finds somebody who he believes he can win a battle with, and that's why with Pogba it didn't go the same way as it normally does, because Pogba wasn't prepared to back down, and Pogba was ignorant enough to say, "No, I'm not having that. I'm going to fight back." And Jose likes people who he can get one over on. Ibrahimovic, you're not going to bully him. So he'll just accommodate Ibrahimovic, and Ibrahimovic can do what he wants. But Jose's not for me a very good. I mean, in his first spell at Chelsea, yes, they all loved him. When he went to Inter Milan, yeah, they loved him. But after that, name me another club where they look back at him with fond memories. As Heckburn said, it's 2 years and then it's a circus. He has the good 2 years and then all hell breaks loose and it's time to go. Pack up your bags.
Do you think, and again, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate, if like Bale went to, let's say Everton or even wait, hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Nowhere in the Prem. Nowhere in the Prem.
Hear me out.
Just move on.
Hear me out. If Bale went to Everton or let's say Newcastle, prime example, and okay, we don't know like the conversations that Bale and like Jose, have been talking about. But hold on.
Have you seen Bale try and run someone?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, because with like all the games that we've been seeing Bale, he's been playing more central, almost kind of like how Ronaldo kind of transformed his kind of style of play. Let's say Newcastle, because Everton have got Calvert-Lewin, but let's say Newcastle. If you went to to like Newcastle and they literally played like that number 9, or let's say Leeds, I know Leeds have got Bamford, but hey, Bale is something else.
Thank you, Hepburn Security. Thank you, Hepburn Security.
I
don't know if you know football, Tabriz.
Well, hold on, wait. If Bale is playing in the 18-yard box and doing nothing else, don't you think he'll be
80? That's not his game, Tabriz.
No, but again,
Bale has never had that in his game.
No, but like don't forget,
Ronaldo is a different animal to Bale. Ronaldo wants to better himself in every aspect. Bale doesn't want to. That's not his game.
I think that one is dead. Let's move on.
It's just I don't know where you're going with this. He's finished. He doesn't want to transform himself. He can't be a number. We're going to say it's Alan Shearer now.
No, I think Tabriz is trying to say if he was in a different football system, would it be able to work? So if he's playing a different tactical system, because I would be intrigued to see him at like an Everton that or Leeds that try to play free flowing attacking football, and could he fit in? Because at Spurs, Gareth Bale definitely isn't a Jose style of player.
Exactly.
No matter if it's Gareth Bale in his prime and Jose in his prime. Jose hasn't had many players like Gareth. Gareth really does have.
Of course, he has.
Arjun
Robin, wingers who go past players. Damien Duff, he loved players like that.
You think compare Damien Duff to
in the way he plays, Gareth Bale is a wide player. Now, since he's come back to Spurs, how many players have you seen Gareth Bale get one-on-one and beat?
Yeah, because if you have a long history of muscle injuries, you don't want to take on players 1v1.
Well, that's why he's not. But that's why he's of no use to anyone in the Premiership.
No, I wouldn't say of no use.
I would say no use.
You're being harsh now.
No, I'm not being harsh. But you have to understand, the Premiership is a high-intensity league. No, you're not going to be able, unless Bale doesn't have the quality of like a Zola who can come in and just dictate games and not beat players. Bale's game has always been dynamic. It always has been, always will be. And if Bale can't beat anybody, you're going to see what you're seeing now. Someone who's disinterested and they can't do what they need to do. His mind
you made a good point. You made a good point because you guys all are involved in the vets game. So you would have seen some players, and this is for you as well, Paul and Nana. Do you know when you saw that player he at 27, and he's one of those players that, similar to Gareth and several other players, who relies on his pace and speed so much. He now comes back to you now, and he's 38, he's 41, he's had several muscle injuries, maybe a couple of 2 surgeries, and now you have the opportunity to see his football IQ isn't that high, his team ability isn't that high, and now he kind of has to reinvent himself. Whereas players like Giggs and Zola, high football IQ, decent skill, never
exactly
on just their pace. But that's why I don't know if Tabriz said it as well as he wanted to. I wonder if that's what he meant. If he was in a system where that could suit him a bit more. Now, Arjen Robben is a good example, but you can't name many more Joseph. I think Robben and maybe Eto'o that year at Inter Milan were somewhat similar to Gareth. But other than that, it hasn't really been, especially now. He doesn't have the pace.
It's not the
He also really has another opportunity, you know.
Huh?
He hasn't had what?
System, Jamal.
He hasn't. No. Like in terms of being at Tottenham, he hasn't really had the opportunity to go out and play.
No,
How
I
many
think
games has he started in?
he's not playing well enough in training. That's why he's not playing.
True, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That there's
playing.
something that we are not seeing readily. There's something happening because, like for example, that comment that Jose made. This is a player psyching himself up, saying, "I'm ready to go. Good training session. I'm ready to go." Maybe true, maybe not true, but he's put it out there. I'm ready to go, and the manager comes out and says, "Actually, you're not, because what I saw in training was shit." You see what I'm saying? Like,
he never said that.
What?
He never said
Oh,
that.
come on.
He never said
what?
that.
Paul, what Mourinho said was this. I read the whole story. I read the whole story that is out there for me and you to see.
What you've just said is not true. What you said was not true.
Okay, not literally, but what Mourinho said. All right, finish.
What he put the tweet out, they were ready to put him into the squad, and then he said he felt a tweak. So they sent him off for a scan. There was no damage, but he said he did not feel right. And Mourinho said, me, sports science, and the coaches cannot go against a player's feelings because the player knows his body. That is the reason why. So when he said, I'm ready, good training session, that wasn't right because he was feeling a mystery tweak because the scan didn't show anything. Mourinho was right.
Why are you mugging off Gareth Bale by saying mystery tweak?
See, but the point is this, it's all semantics. Like
because Jamal,
it's not semantics.
If there was, the scan would have showed it. Yeah.
No.
Come
See,
on,
I've had this issue. So listen, when I'm refereeing at academies and Premier League too, so many times I've seen a player, and sometimes it might be player weakness. So many times I've seen a player injured, and I'm there doing my referee duties, tending to the injured player, assessing the injury protocol. And I've seen physios literally bully a player when a player is saying, "Listen, no, my hammy feels tight. Oh no, mate, I got a knock." And the physio's like, "I'll put you through the test. You have no bone damage, no issue." Listen, so why am I in pain? Like, we have great technological advances, so on and so forth, but every injury cannot be picked up as can. I believe 90% can. And you might be right, Paul. It might be a mystery to you.
Sports science?
I've seen that too many times. You don't need to be a sports scientist to understand.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you have an injury and it may not show up.
Okay, that's all well and great. That's all well and great about the scans and whatever. The facts of the matter is, we've seen Bale on the pitch enough to know that the man is making. He hasn't changed his game. He hasn't adapted. If you go back to someone like Ronaldo, in Tottenham in this last spell here, I've seen him enough times to look at him and see his game is not adapted. His game hasn't been adapted. But let me just say something to you. Let me say something to you, Nana.
With Ronaldo, hang on, give me 1 minute before you go on. You said
I've seen enough of him. I've seen enough of him to see he's not adapted.
But you said players haven't these top players, they adapt the way they play. On and on. Like you mentioned Zola or now, and he also spoke about the physicality of the Premier League.
Yes.
Now, if he's come back, the games I've watched him play for Tottenham, I don't think he's played enough games. He needs to get used to. Maybe he's not training well in training session, or his body needs to get used to the Premier League. Look at when Cristiano Ronaldo came to United. We knew he had bags of pace, bags of skill. Or Ronaldo. Ronaldo, when he came to the Premier League.
You're comparing an 18-year-old boy to a seasoned professional in Gareth Bale. Are you feeling all right?
Ray,
I'm seasoned. Remember, you interrupted me, so remember.
Yes,
you interrupted me.
Yeah, but this is nonsense what you're talking. My point then. Can you make me finish?
Go on then.
All I'm saying is this. We know what Gareth has done in the past. We know what he did in Madrid.
Yes.
We know what part injury played to stunt his progress, and he was at his peak when all these injuries started happening. Now he's come to Tottenham, where a lot of people felt it would be the perfect marriage for him to reinvent whatever he did in the past. But I'm saying that the games I've seen him play I have not seen him. If Mourinho has started him 2, 3, 4 games in a row, and he's been crap, just like Donny van de Beek. Like, and I'll say, I don't think he's there yet. You know,
come on, Nana, come on. You're making a good point, but you've got to think higher level. I know what you're saying. We want to see Gareth actually on the pitch underperforming, but it's so bad. He's even good enough to get on the pitch. So what's happening at training? Jose's coach.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it Bale? Is it Bale or Mourinho?
No,
from what we've been talking about, that's what I'm saying. Is it Bale or is it Mourinho?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
We've seen Gareth Bale.
The is ready to go and you say no, he's not ready to go. Like, come on.
This is where you're just talking madness now. This is where you're talking madness.
Okay.
A player of Bale's ability, if you put him on the pitch, you will see glimpses of what he's capable of. You will see the touches, you will see the quality, you will see it start to show, and you will realize very quickly that with more game time, you will see a progression. I've seen Gareth Bale come on the pitch and just be marshaled around the pitch by left backs who are crap, right backs who are crap. Gareth Bale is not the Gareth Bale that was at Spurs. The Gareth Bale that went to Madrid is finished, gone. Now, if you're a top player, you know before we do when your powers are failing. You know when you're getting so. It's like Michael Owen. If you look back at Michael Owen's interviews, Michael Owen knew a long time before that his pace was going, and you saw him start to reinvent the way he played. You saw him start to not go in behind as much, start to sit a bit deeper and make late runs into the box, and you saw the progression. The same with Giggs. You saw when Giggs started moving in from the flank and started playing centre mid, and you saw his game change. Scholes, another one. You saw him start to drop back. With Gareth Bale, you still see him out on the wing, looking like he wants to take someone on and realizing, I don't have the legs to do it anymore. And there's no invention from him. This is a player who at one point was the 4th, 5th best player in the world by some people's standards. So you're supposed to see more than what we're seeing from him now. We're seeing nothing from him. This was a player that was earning 600 grand a week.
You can't even get in the team.
And you want me? You can't even get in the team.
You can't even get.
And you want to see more?
Yeah, that's great.
More?
I don't think. I'm just saying. I don't think we have enough information in terms of what is going on behind the scenes.
Sorry, Nana, and I'm sorry.
What Fabrice was saying about the formation and all that.
Hold on, Nana.
Mourinho told him to stay where he is.
No, but a centre back.
Nana, hold on. We have John. That's literally John in the conversation about Bale. Let me add him in. John, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here, mate. I'm here.
No, good stuff. What's your opinion about Gareth Bale?
No, it's painful, man. As a Spurs man, it's painful. Trust. I don't know what's going on because at the end, I would have thought if you'd had a front three of Sonny, Kane, and Bale, you know what I mean? You think that's a marriage made in heaven. But boy, it's painful, man, because I don't know what Mourinho's doing. You know, it's like someone's lying. Bale's either injured or he's not injured, or it could be Mourinho just trying to say, because you're not my signing, I don't need to play you. I'm the manager.
Do you think Jose looks at him as a kind of second, like a second choice striker to Kane?
Well, I don't think he looks at him as a second choice striker because there's times if he did, when Kane was injured, why didn't he put him in?
Yeah, fair point. You
know what I mean? Because he got Vinicius there, but why didn't he put him in? But as Nana said, if you don't give, you know what I mean? Couple games I've seen, I'm like, oh, right, okay. You know what I mean? If it's just a shirt sales ploy, it's worked. You know what I mean? And I think it's like, great, it's worked as a promotional thing, but if, you know, the conversation where it's gone, where it's like, yes, it's hard to be motivated when you've kind of won was it 4 Champions League?
3.
Yeah, they got 3.
Nice. I think it's 4.
No, I'm sure it's 3.
Was it not there for the first one? I thought it was 4 as well.
It's 4.
I know he got 3 in a row.
It's definitely 4.
Definitely
I thought it was 3 in a row and 4 and 5, but I'll check. I'll check.
Yeah, I think it's 4. But you know, but as you guys were rightly saying, it is all about motivation and desire, because You know what I mean? If you think, all right, I'm going back to Spurs, you just kind of think, you know what I mean? I want to do it because I'm a winner and I want to give them that impetus to like up their game. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like if you got it's like Ronaldo going to Juve. All of them, man, they must be thinking, yeah, you know what, we need to up our game because boy, you know, you got a superstar coming in.
Yeah,
I mean, Gareth Bale, and because
thank you, John.
I just typed in Gareth in Google, and Gareth Barry came up before Gareth Bale. If I was Gareth Bale, that would actually offend me because you know what I'm saying. I mean, listen, you know, I just think the kid did so well from Southampton to Spurs. He got signed by Real Madrid, and he wasn't, you know, a Jonathan Woodgate signing. He really earned the right to be signed by a club like that. And contributed to, you know, 3 or 4 Champions League, however much it is, and then now you have opportunity for your next chapter, and it just stinks.
He left it too late. He left it too late. He was too happy to sit there and earn 600 grand a week and just sit in the stands. To be like, and the thing is,
and disrespect.
Yeah, but then I mean, look at someone like Zidane. You look at someone like Zidane, who was a legend, world-class footballer, won everything there is to win. And imagine him looking at himself and knowing the motivation he has, and then you see some guy, and you're like, you don't have that same kind. You're not made of the same stuff. You have less time for him. Because you know what it takes to stay at the top and to keep producing year after year after year. And you see someone who's being lauded as one of the best players in the world, and you can look at him and see you don't have what it takes. This isn't a manager who's never been at that level. This is a manager who knows what it takes. And you have less time for somebody like that. You don't have time for him because you're not putting the work in. Ronaldo, you got time for because you can look at him and see what the man's putting himself through to keep producing. Even Messi, you look at him and you can see the anger in him when Barca aren't doing what he believes we should be doing.
Yeah.
Top players are driven. Bale ain't driven.
Thank you. You know what? Thank you for the 14 viewers that are tuning in. Thank you to all of the comments. Thank you to John as well. Let's move on to the next topic. Phil Foden. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Two out.
Well, you know what I mean. At our peak, we had about 25, but you know, let me not kind of get into that. But again, thank you everyone that's been tuning in. Thank you to all of the comments. Next topic, Phil Foden. Probably Jamal probably knows a little bit more about the kind of youth system. I think he won the World Cup. Was it the under 17s or under 18s? Was it the under 17s? That he won? I don't know, but he kind of won the World Cup with England, Man City. Everyone thought that, you know what, he kind of won't get into that side with the crazy amounts of talent and money at Manchester City's disposal. But lo and behold,
who thought that?
I think a lot of people did. Especially at the time. Under 17.
Why would you?
Wait, hold on.
You thought he wouldn't get in. You thought he wouldn't get in, Jamal.
Yeah, definitely. I was.
Why would you think that?
Let me. You know what? Please,
Pep doesn't not play good young players.
Let me just finish my intro. So again, at that time, City were buying a lot of midfielders. Foden under 17, so it must have been 16 at the time. Now he's literally, I'd say, the integral part of City at this present moment. I believe he's either the joint top scorer, or he's kind of up there with the numbers. Is Foden ready for a starting berth with England? And you know what? I will start with Paul. What is your opinion about Foden?
No, put him in England. Let them laud him up, saying he's the next best thing, and see what happens when he goes to a big tournament and fails. Put him in.
Well, this is the question. Before you even answer properly, Paul. Sorry to cut you, Paul, but Tabriz, so are you saying start him in a friendly or start him in a tournament?
Well, I mean, again,
that's two different things. That's two totally different things.
Well, I mean, at this present moment in time, Phil Foden probably with Grealish is, I like the midfielders that people are purring about. I would
no
going is
no.
Tabriz is
No,
a simple
okay,
question.
Maddison-
You've posed the question. I'm asking you
no,
a question.
okay, literally.
Is it? Are you saying a friendly or
No,
in tournament?
I'm kind of literally talking about a tournament situation.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Paul.
Okay. So again, put him in, and he will and see what happens. But I feel that he will fail in a big tournament. I'm glad that you're not a manager. You're gonna put him in to a major tournament. That's what you would like to do. Put him into a major tournament.
No, I didn't
And
say
you
that.
also said, which I found, you also said, which I found strange, the two that people are talking about, Grealish and Foden. So you've missed out Maddison as well. No one's talking about him. No,
but see, Maddison is a different type of player. Maddison is very direct.
How is he a different type of player to Grealish? How is he a different type of player to Grealish?
Because literally Grealish and Foden play inside forwards. Maddison plays as a number 10. Foden and Grealish have the ability.
Is Grealish a playmaker?
Yeah, yes, he can go left, right, and also center. Maddison is a central.
Is Maddison
literally,
a playmaker?
Madison is an attacking midfielder, number 10. He is like
Jesus.
what you call.
So what is it? Hang on, what is a number 10? Number 10 isn't a playmaker.
You guys love trying to drown Tabriz.
No, wait,
Jamal, it's madness.
Before you guys just go to Tabriz,
hold on, wait, please. You know what?
How can you tell me a number 10 isn't a playmaker?
Hold on. No. I didn't say that. I said
Jamal. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You was asked the question: is Jack Grealish a number 10, a playmaker? And you said no. He's an attacking midfielder. It's yes or no.
He just hasn't presented it properly. That's all. But you know what he's trying to say.
But he was asked a question.
Yeah, but you know
the question. Give me an answer.
The style of play that Grealish and Foden play is slightly different from what Foden does.
But they are playmakers.
It's completely
true. I get you, but I'm saying you're just like we have to move on.
I'm asking him questions.
We have to move on. But you know, okay.
If you're drowning, don't ask Ray for help.
Listen, you know what? I'm actually bringing Ray. You know what? I'm actually bringing Ray with me. Do not worry about that. But okay, well, literally, Paul thinks that Foden shouldn't start for England in a kind of major tournament. Nana, what's your opinion about Foden? And you know, should he be in that starting 11?
It's a big one. It's a big one because they say there's no risk, no reward. Yeah. However, it's you could say it's similar to something like Theo Walcott being sent to the World Cup and not getting enough minutes. You see what I'm saying? He's on fire right now. There are people around him as well who are playing really, really well. You know, I would say ease him into, because the Premier League is totally different from these international tournaments. So slowly ease him into it. There are
so is that a no?
I'm sorry?
No. Is that a no?
I wouldn't start him in, say, a World Cup semi-final. I wouldn't start him that.
No, but okay, you know, but Nana,
I would say he should be in the squad.
No, but Nana, you like
that's
jumping
not the
from
question he's asking.
Yeah,
that's not the question that he's asking.
This
is why I got to pin him down at times. This is why I got to pin him down at times, because Tabriz will fan you a little story.
No.
And that's why I'm pinning you down.
No,
because
all I'm
Nana's not answering the question.
I am answering the question. All I'm saying is
he didn't say put him in the squad. He's talking about starting him in a major tournament, starting him. That's what he's asking. And that's the answer. So it's a no.
No, he asked me, should he start or not? He didn't say major tournament or friendly.
I pinned him down and said, are we talking in a friendly or major tournament? That's the question.
Ray,
Nana,
I'm answering the question.
Ray, please let Nana answer the question.
Ray is on fire today, boy.
No, all right. Before we go any further, can Tabriz, can you specify the question, please? Because Nana doesn't know the question.
He's already specified the question.
No, it's a general question.
Nana says not
generally.
No, but that's not. You can't answer generally. He's asked a specific
question.
He asked
me a general question. He asked me a general question, and I answered generally.
I asked
he said, "Do we start Foden or not?" He didn't say whether it's a friendly or a major. Do we start him or not? And
Did
all
you not
I'm saying
hear what
is,
I? Did you not hear what I?
no,
I
wait,
clarified?
hold on.
it don't matter, Ray. He's asking a general question. I'm answering that general
Oh, so
question.
you got your own special question?
Yes,
You got your own
yes.
special question.
Okay.
Ray,
okay.
you're not listening. So I'm
Okay,
saying, Ray,
sorry.
you're not listening.
I'm sorry. Apologies. Nano got his own special question. So now it's just general.
Ray
It's
is
general.
petty as.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Listen.
Sorry, as you were.
All right, listen. I understand that people are comparing Foden, Grealish, Mount, Harvey Barnes, and Madison as if like only 2 or 3 can go to the Euros, only 1 or 2 can start, if at most. Okay, so everyone seems to be speaking about that on Instagram. I've seen a lot, Twitter, so on and so forth. So that's a really good debate. For me, if Foden does play in the Champions League matches and shines the way he does now, I think he's definitely knocking on the door to get into that first 11. As of tomorrow, I wouldn't put him in the first 11, friendly or Euros. That's my opinion. But Foden is balling right now. Grealish is balling right now. I like Harvey Barnes. Madison has quality. You know, I know where Paul is coming from in terms of his stance. Like, here we go, another set of, hyped English footballers who are probably going to end up to nothing. But at the same time, the talent is coming through, and it looks a little exciting.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Listen, like I think the only thing that a lot of people are saying is that we can have like a lot of attacking players, prospects, and all of them can actually do different types of jobs. And again, in terms of like the like Foden, Mount, Madison, Grealish, argument, yes, they all have their own quirks, but literally, again, how I'm seeing it, Foden at this present moment in time for like my team, as in my England team, is ahead of Madison in that starting 11. But again, we can probably break that down later. Ray, what is your opinion about Phil Foden? Should he be playing in a major tournament? Do you think he's like the person that people should be pinning their hopes on?
So can I just ask before I speak? So why have I got a different question?
Ray, man.
Just answer the question.
I've got to because
because
1 minute because
he didn't answer the man any question.
I was under the impression we all got the same question.
No.
We got different questions.
Yeah,
it's never ever the same question.
It's never the same question. Never.
Okay.
But you know this.
No, he doesn't start. He doesn't. No, it's not. Normally, the same question goes around the room. But hey, this is new. Okay. No, he doesn't start for me in a major tournament. He doesn't start. No.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate?
But it's obvious to Bruce. I mean, the boy's just burst onto the scene. Give him a chance. Like you don't
just burst onto the scene.
Because all right. You see, like look at Greenwood last season. Mason Greenwood last season was taking on all comers. He was killing teams. He was scoring goals. He was called the next best thing. Man United were going to pin all our hopes on Mason Greenwood. This season, he's struggling. He's young. He's going to have that. So you now just take him and thrust him in. Even you look at someone like Mbappe when he went in France. They didn't just throw him in and say, "Go for it, kid." They allowed the boy to come on, do your stuff in bits and increments until you're doing it on a regular basis for your country. And then, bang, we saw what he did in the World Cup. You don't just throw him in and say, yeah, you've had a couple of good games for Man City. You've had a good half a season for Man City. Bang, there you go. You're now the main man in a major tournament. That's the quickest way to ruin him. It's the quickest way. You let him develop. Let him get used to being around the squad. Let him get used to playing. You don't just throw him into a major tournament. That's
Ray, I don't know if you mean this. You're having a very big separate argument. Whereas should your national team be a team, or should it be your highest performing players of that nationality at the time?
No, because
as of right now, Foden is one of the best English performing players.
You look at successful nations. They don't just throw the person who's on fire in at the moment. They will look at when Ronaldinho burst onto the scene for Brazil. Ronaldo. They took Ronaldo. When Ronaldo went to the USA 94, Ronaldo was scoring goals for fun. He didn't play a minute in that World Cup. Romario and Bebeto played all the way through, and he got his medal, didn't see the pitch. That was to prepare him for the next World Cup. They wanted him in and around that team, and the manager at the time has already explained why he took Ronaldo to the World Cup, because he knew that World Cup will be for him. So you bring him in, let him see what it's like. You don't just throw these boys in and just say, go on, crack on. It will work 1 or 2 times. You'll get some exceptions, but in the main, they have to be handled. They have to be put in. I'm not saying Foden shouldn't be in the squad.
Let the record reflect that Ray has compared England to Brazil. But okay.
No. I'm not comparing.
It's true.
It's true.
No,
I'm not comparing England to Brazil. I'm comparing the manner in which you put special talent into a team.
Yeah,
England is like any other nation. It's like any other nation. The only difference between England and the rest of the world, you can have 6 good games and you are now Pele. You're going to be leading up. You're going to be the player that wins us the World Cup. You're the next. That is what England do.
How many years has Foden been playing first team football now?
He's been playing what?
3 seasons now?
3.
And how many times? The other 2 seasons, he was a bit part player. This is the season where you're seeing the most of Phil Foden. So now he's just got into the Man City team, and now you're going to tell me you're ready to throw him into international football and just into tournament football.
But Ray, another reason why he got into the Man City team.
More seasoned players than him have struggled at tournament football. So you're going to throw him in and ruin him just because he has a good.
But there's no guarantee that he might be ruined, though, Ray.
I wasn't talking at the top level.
No, there's no guarantee, but you don't do that with young players.
I get it. I get it that you ease them in, but like for Foden, for example, one of the reasons why he's getting a lot of game time, I don't doubt his ability. Great, but it's also because of the injuries of City.
No, Pep has always said, every season, Pep has said, because that's, if you remember, when everyone was clamoring for Foden to go out on loan, Pep said, I'm not sending him anywhere. He will play in this team. But he understands, I'm not just going to throw the boy in. I'm going to ease him into this team,
but I'm saying
system.
that one of the reasons why he's getting a lot of game time now is also because of the injury. Apart from his talent, it's also because of the injuries that City has.
Well, no, he could put other players in. He could put other players in, but he chose not to.
An injury, Rashford got on the scene. He hasn't looked back since. Did you see?
Who, sorry?
Rashford.
What's Rashford got to do with it?
I'm just saying. Rashford, for example, there was an injury at United. He got his chance against Arsenal, banked 2 goals. Before he realized he was in the English team.
And what did he do? And what did he do?
He's been bagging goals.
For England?
Ray. No, for Ghana. No, for Ghana.
No. How many goals has Rashford got for England? How many goals has Rashford got for England?
Wow.
Wait, stop. Calm down. I'm asking you a question. How many goals has Rashford got for England?
Ray, I don't have that information right in front of me.
But you just told me he's banging goals.
Of course he scored goals for England. He scored goals for England.
He's banging goals for England.
He's scoring goals for England. Is he not? What I'm saying is this. You are saying easy me. Yes, we all agree with that. I think the whole panel.
Marcus Rashford has scored 11 goals for England in 40 appearances.
That's not batting around.
That's banging goals. That's banging goals.
Of course, 11 goals for your national team is not good enough.
Jesus.
40 appearances. That's not bad for a young player.
For young player. Ray, what are you talking about?
How many goals?
How many goals is not too bad.
Hang on.
Exactly. What I'm saying is this.
How many goals has Sterling got?
The whole panel right now.
Hold on. How many goals has Sterling got, please, Jamal? How many goals has Sterling got?
The whole panel sort of agrees with you don't rush the players in. But
no, you lot don't. You don't want to stick him in today. Today, you want him to go in.
Ray, that's nonsense. I never said that.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. You got a special question. Oh, sorry.
58 appearances. Raheem Sterling scored 13 goals.
So in 58 goals, and would you say that Sterling is banging them in?
You know what? Let's not stray from the Phil Foden.
Yeah, because you just
no, because you got a special question. It's nonsense.
No, Ray, don't.
You know what? Again,
Ray, don't be different from mine.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Phil Foden is not ready to start in international tournaments.
Do you think
not
he's
ready yet?
okay? So, do you think he's ready for the squad?
Of course he is. That's what you do. You bring him in the squad and
you
ease him in.
How can you be 100% no for starting?
Because
11?
no,
100% yes
because
to the squad.
Because the thing is, all right. The thing is, wait, are we talking the squad for a national tournament or the squad for a friendly?
No, national tournament.
We are talking about tournament. This is why I tried to specify with Tabriz what is he actually talking about, because it's two separate arguments. If you're talking about a squad for a national tournament, then you need to pick the proven players who are going to go into that squad and perform, and that you can call upon and have trusted. You might bring one or two wild cards. You might bring one or two, and if Foden, you've seen where players make a late run for the squad and you think, you know what, I might throw him in as a wild card. So you do have one or two, but in the main, you're picking a squad of players that you can depend on if you have a bunch of injuries and you're going to throw him in. That's what you would do. But it's a different question if you're talking about the next friendly that England's going to have. Would you have Foden in the squad? Completely different question, which is why I tried to get Tabriz to specify. And Tabriz did specify, but when it came to Nana, he changed it back again.
Yeah,
he didn't specify.
Yeah,
it's foolishness.
Because you know I
what
can.
Do you mean? You know.
Listen, I can change the question. 100%.
So then don't try and pretend you didn't change the question. So
who said that?
Nana's question, you did.
No, Ray, come on.
I said to you, I had a different question from you, Nana.
Tabriz has never. Oh man.
Anyway, okay. Hold on. You know what? We have someone. We have someone. Hopefully, that's going to come on. DX, are you there? DX.
Hey.
DX. Hello, DX. Are you there?
Your microphone, DX.
Unmute yourself, DX.
Unmute yourself, DX. Oh, there you go. Hold on. That's
hello,
it, DX.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right, guys. I'm all right. Good evening.
Good evening. So, what is your opinion about Phil Foden? Should he be starting in a major tournament for England?
Not starting. I wouldn't start him in a major tournament. I think I agree with Ray. I'd bring him along, but I couldn't start him.
Okay.
Wow, he just tore. This boy just tore up Liverpool, and now it's like, I bring him along to a major tournament. My boy,
okay, so
Jamal, is that your standard? Jamal,
hold on, sorry.
It's your club, the standard. Are the champions the standard?
Hold on, guys. You know what? DX is on the phone.
Is that the standard for you? He tore up Liverpool.
I'm just thinking back to when Theo Walcott
Jamal.
16.
Well done.
Sven took him to the England World Cup, not England's World Cup, but the World Cup for England. And I think that ruined Walcott. So I personally, I wouldn't do it again with a young player, but ease him in.
But can also in the same sentence, Rooney started when he was 17, and Rooney had a thriving career.
Great point.
Yeah, but you've got to look at it like the managers with their players, they can gauge those youngsters. They can gauge whether that player's got that tenacity, that skill, what have you. Yeah. But you can't, as Ray, I think Ray said it, you'll get a few players. It can work. It will work. But you can't do it with everyone. And I just think with Foden, he's happy at Man City. They play a certain way. Pep's taken time to get him into that squad. England and tournament is to be just like a one-off. It's not a consistent tournament, is it? It's just a one-off thing every 2 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
So you can't just throw him in and say, play. You've got to give him a few tournaments. Get used to it.
Thank you, DX, for your opinion.
Well said, DX.
Thank you, DX. Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
DX, before you go,
okay,
I wanted to pass a message from
important. So it's performing well against the champions, not the standard. I'm just saying. because I saw Foden.
No, I'm asking
This
you.
I like to hear.
No, it's a question.
Standard.
You know what? Johnny's just stole what I was gonna say. You know, he just stole what I was gonna say because this is what you lot don't understand again, and that's a very good point. What Johnny said. Sorry, Paul. Does England play like Man City?
Okay, so if Man City played England, who would win?
No. That's a nonsense question. My question to you is no, because you can't answer a question with a question.
Stupid question.
I'm asking you a question.
Of course you can.
So basically, you're gonna disrespect my question by not answering.
No. I'm respecting.
Then I've asked you a question.
I'm asking you a question. So
No, but I've asked you a
England
question.
played Man City. Who would win?
No, but
Who
so what?
would
You want
win?
me to answer your question, but you're not gonna answer mine.
Yes, because your answer to my question is going to help me answer your question.
You didn't ask me a question. You didn't ask me a question.
I just asked you a question.
No, but if you
If
remember,
you
one
okay?
thing, I just
Okay,
I've just asked Jamal. I just asked you a question. I said, does England play like Man City? That's a yes or no question.
That's a rhetorical question because you know the answer to that.
It's not rhetorical.
How is it not
Rhetorical,
rhetorical? You know England don't play like Man City. That's the only reason why you asked the question. Okay.
So
England played
so
Man
we don't
City. Who would win?
We don't know with you, Jamal. We don't know with you, Jamal.
Okay.
So we don't know.
It's simple. Okay, you know England don't play like Man City. So the answer is no.
I know what I know. I'm on what you know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
asking
you
you.
know what I know.
I don't know what you know because you come out with
I
something.
am being normal today. You aren't. Okay, something's happened to you today.
No. But what you are talking is foolishness. Okay, so now that you've answered that question. So
It's my turn.
I know. So if you let me finish, I'm going to stick a pin in what the rest I'm going to say to you. I'll stick a pin and I'll answer your question now. So if Man City played England, who would win? I have absolutely no idea who would win because it's a silly question. It's a silly question. It's a silly question.
You have to be able to make a decision.
It's a silly question. It's a silly question. I do not know who would win. I personally believe that if I'm forced to answer, I'd probably say on current form, I think Man City would probably beat them 2 or 3-0 on current form. Right. So now can I go back to the rest? Right. So can I go back to the rest of what I'm saying? So can I go back to the rest of what I'm saying? Because I've answered your question now. Hang on. I've answered your question and I had more to say before you asked me a question. Now, going back to what I said, does England play like Man City? So Foden is used to the style and system that Man City play. How many times have you seen a player, i.e. John Barnes, who played a certain way for his club because his national team didn't play in the same way, was never as effective for his country as he was for his club? So you lot are just assuming that you're going to pick up Foden and plop him into a team that doesn't play the same way that you're seeing him play now and expecting him to do the same thing. The boy is a child when it comes to football at the moment. Let him develop. The country doesn't even play the same way as the team that he's playing in.
So I'm saying you're the kind of man I can't make my debut until I'm 24.
No. You can make a debut. You can definitely make a debut. The difference is, I'm not saying I'm not going to give you a chance. What I'm saying is I'm not going to throw you into cutthroat tournament football. Oh, have you ever seen interviews when they interview people like Beckham, Lampard and Scholes, and they tell you tournament football is completely different from the qualifications. It's a completely different system. Like, you don't have room for error. That's why they never did well, because they didn't transfer in qualification. England was a nightmare. They qualified with a plum. Put them into tournaments.
It's a lot deeper than that, though, Ray. No,
it's not just deeper than that.
It's deeper than that.
But they will tell you themselves. I've watched interviews with them when they tell you so. Tournament football is different from qualification. It's completely different. It's not the same.
But you know what? I think everyone knows, like, this kind of whole United, Liverpool, like, separation within the England camp. Everyone kind of knows that there was kind of gripes and like how the kind of media would literally jump on.
So that's why they didn't do well. So that's why they didn't do well.
No. You know what? That is just one element. That is just kind of one element. So you know what? Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate has changed a lot of stuff. And again, this is like the reason why Gareth went to America and actually and kind of literally saw how the NFL players, coaches, staff actually work well with the media and how they work well together. It's a big change. And again, Foden is that type of player and like he's in that generation where you can't just do wait. And again, like yeah, I am just assuming certain things, but everyone knows how like kind of football has like changed in terms of you can't be a Sir Alex Ferguson or kind of, let's say, Mourinho type of player with like certain youngsters.
What nonsense?
No, wait, hold on, wait,
Ray,
please, let me finish.
Man.
Let me finish.
What are you on today?
Let me finish.
So you're comparing Fergie to Mourinho?
No.
You're comparing Fergie to Mourinho?
Let me finish. Yeah, Gareth Southgate.
Waffling on, man.
Gareth Southgate. Watch your internet, Paul. Gareth, like Southgate seems like that type of player that will bring in youngsters and kind of literally also nurture them as a kind of player himself and also as a kind of coach himself. So you know what? Listen, it could be a risk. But for me personally,
can I ask you a question, Tabriz? Where are you getting all this? Where are you getting all these facts from that you're saying? Where are you getting all these facts from? These facts that you're saying. Gareth Southgate seems like a kind of manager and he's a manager, by the way, not a player. Gareth Southgate is the kind of manager that's gonna take young players and do. Where are you getting this from?
You know what? It's literally what people see. Again.
What have you seen? I'm asking you. What have you seen?
Ray, come on. You know what? I'm not gonna play these. Ray, I'm not gonna play these games with you. I'm not gonna play these games with you.
No, Tabriz, you've made a statement, and I'm asking you, where are you getting the information from?
You know,
who have you seen?
Give
me an example of a player. Give me an example of a young player that Gareth Southgate has taken and put in and developed into the England squad. Give me an example. Give me one.
Harry Maguire.
Thank you.
Developed. Look what Harry Maguire's doing at Man United right now.
Yeah. Ask the question. You got to answer. Why are you getting mad?
That's what I'm saying.
Getting mad for?
I don't know what Ray's on today.
Ray is on something.
The thing is, Jamal, the reason why I'm if Harry Maguire is the example of taking, so you're going to say to me, Harry Maguire is a talented youngster who Gareth Southgate has integrated to England and put forward. Is that what you're telling me?
I think, especially globally, a lot of people didn't know who Harry Maguire was.
Thank you.
No, that's not the question.
The question was. You know
where you're going with this. You're twisting.
Jamal, you know exactly where I'm going.
I asked the question. Jamal, I asked a simple question. Give me an example of a young, talented player that Gareth Southgate. Because what Tabriz said is Gareth Southgate has shown he can. So I'm saying, give me an example of a young, talented player that Gareth Southgate has done it with. And if you're giving me Harry Maguire, then I won't say another word. Please.
I'm just saying. I think you need to remember that your country finished fourth of the last World Cup.
Okay.
No, not my country. Not my country.
How about your country?
Not my country.
Not your country.
Don't you dare say that.
Don't you
dare say that.
Wait, I thought you were Jamaican.
That's not your country?
Don't you?
Huh? The country you reside in.
My country is Jamaica. That's my country right now, fella. My country is Jamaica. Okay,
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm asking you. So is Harry Maguire your example? The blueprint of how we should
no. You're twisting.
I'm twisting.
I answered.
Leave him. Leave him.
The first player that came to my head because globally, I don't think Harry Maguire was well known before that last World Cup. Gareth
because he wasn't known,
team, and he performed pretty well at that World Cup.
Okay, so that's the blueprint. If I'm Pep, because I saw what he did with Harry Maguire, I should hand Phil Foden over to him and say, go forward.
International managers are not designed to develop players like that.
That's not what Tabriz said. That's not what Tabriz just said. That's not what Tabriz just said. You are. You know why you are speaking for him? Because I asked Tabriz a question and you jumped in with the answer. So
you can't pick on every single word. You know the point Tabriz trying to make. You can't pick on it. But Ray, you know where you're going with the question. And I'm saying we need to move on from that. You can't pick on one word where he's saying where you haven't probably presented it properly and jump on that because we just want to go around in circles.
I can't answer the question then. So I can't answer the question.
You know where he was heading. You know the point he was trying to make. And I'm saying let's move on from that. Let's develop those points.
You tell me the point that Tabriz was going to make.
He was just trying to ask a question about a player who, like Jamal said, we didn't know about. A young player we didn't know about that has.
But that's not what Tabriz said.
Yeah, but you know what he meant. He
so
mean
I
like
should make up my own thing. What he means now?
Shut up, Ray.
I should make it
Okay,
up for
well,
myself.
well, you know what? I think everyone's kind of got the opinions
From
about
now
Phil.
on, I'll just make up what Fabrice is saying. Though.
You know what? This is. Anyway,
Ray is on fire. I didn't want to say it. Heckburn already said it. Can we find out what Heckburn's real name is? Because I don't. A man of business. But anyway,
What do you know here?
Ray's already wearing pink.
Ray, calm down, man.
Ray,
Valentine's got you moving like a real crowd.
I'm not speaking to him in his house, telling him he's being too loud right now. That's why I took off the headphones, put it back on.
Oh, dear.
Ray
Okay.
is on fire today.
Again, you know what? I think
I've learned something new today. I've learned something new. I just need to make up whatever Fabrice is saying. I just make it up to fit what I think he's saying because obviously he's not allowed to explain
himself.
What,
Ray? Okay, you know what?
You have a level of emotional IQ, and you know Fabrice well enough to understand at times what he means different from what he's actually saying. Okay.
Okay. You know what? Wait, hold on, Ray. Hold on. You know what? I think this is a conversation that we have to definitely bring back. So let's kind of go on to the next topic briefly. Let's kind of talk about Leicester City. I know that there's some Leicester City fans watching. Leicester City beat Liverpool pretty convincingly. Leicester City have won a Premiership trophy. Last season they bottled it and finished outside of the top 4. But again, let's be real. Do you guys think that Leicester City are now, an established top 4 team? Should teams now look at Leicester thinking, you know what, it's kind of Leicester and other 3 clubs, or literally will kind of Leicester drop off? Are kind of Leicester almost like a selling club as well? I would love to get your opinion about Leicester City. And it's kind of open to anyone.
Yeah, Leicester doing well. I know it's easy to. I think people shouldn't be trying to be the prisoner of the moment right now, just because they beat Liverpool, saying they're great and all that. I think they're not an established top 4 club yet, because you need to finish in the top 4 2-3 seasons in a row to become that. But I just think they have a good core of players, good nucleus of players. And they have a really good manager. I played for Brendan Rodgers for a bit when I was at Reading. I had no idea he would have turned out to be this sort of a top level manager, but he was sort of good to play for, and what he's done is crazy. After he left Liverpool, I thought that might have been it for him in terms of sort of a sort of senior job, but he went to Scotland, come back, and Leicester look good. I mean, Jamie Vardy's keeping it going. I like Tillemans and Harvey Barnes. Maddison look like to be some real good next gen sort of young players. So good performance from them. Who knows where they'll finish? But I think Brendan's doing a good job.
But do you think that they're a top 4 team?
I think they'll finish in the top 4. So I think they'll finish in the top 4. I don't think they're an established top 4 club yet, though, because it's we've seen over times. Certain big clubs, Man United, Arsenal, made it look easy, but getting into the Champions League and then getting back into the Champions League whilst you're in the Champions League is a very difficult thing. So if they were to do that 2 or 3 times, then they'll be an established top 4.
Cool. Ray, love to get your opinion about Leicester City.
What's the question?
Hey, Ray, quicksand Ray. I don't know what is Valentine's Day is. You wearing pink and
Ray's not messing about today,
I've been told I need to just make up whatever Fabrice is saying, make it up for myself. So I need to know what the question is.
Okay, Ray.
What are your opinions on Leicester City, please?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So just want to know just my general opinion on Leicester City. I think they're a very good club. I think they run very well. I think they've shown that they've got a very good scouting system, and they find good players.
Amen.
Thank you, Ray. Nana, love to hear your opinion about Brendan Rodgers.
Oh, Ray. I think Brendan started the it started Liverpool like the way we see it today. I think he did a good job with Liverpool. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. He's a really, really decent manager. Leicester are playing really well under Rodgers. I think he's found a way to make all these boys stick and play really well. In terms of being a top 4 club, I agree with whatever Jamal said. Top four.
Yo, Ray, you taking it to another level now, right now. Seriously.
I allow him.
You're gonna have no tires, bro. You keep playing around. Ray, what is up with Ray?
I agree with what Nana, do you want a placard? Just give yourself a little placard. I agree with Jamal. I agree with Jamal. Let's get yourself a little placard.
I agree with what he said. What he said was right. The only thing I'll add is I think the other top 4 teams, well-established ones that we know, some of them are United, Chelsea. It's sort of like in the rebuilding stage. So it's allowed other teams to, make a claim for that spot. This season, for example, you cannot really call it. The way results are going up and down, you cannot really call it. I think they will just finish. I think it's going to be City, Leicester. The way United is going, I don't really know right now. But the way Liverpool is playing right now, I think they will struggle to get in the top 4. So I'll say City, Leicester, United, probably Chelsea, or third or fourth might change United and Chelsea. Liverpool 5th, and then the rest.
Okay, cool. And you know what? Okay. All right, Paul. You know what? This Johnny's just come in, and again, I just want to talk to you, Paul, as a Liverpool fan. But like beating that Liverpool got against Leicester. I mean, again, what did you think about Leicester's performance against Liverpool? And did kind of Leicester have a game plan? And do you think Leicester will finish higher than Liverpool this season?
Leicester won't finish higher than Liverpool. They'll fall off like they have done every season. The game against us was a strange game. I'd like to ask Jamal, the VAR for the equaliser. I don't know why that wasn't given. It was watched, but wasn't given. You could see the arm. Well, both their players was on the line. So I don't understand why that wasn't given, even though it was watched. Did you see that, Jamal?
Yeah, VAR is a mess. You're talking about the Maddison goal, yeah?
The equalizer.
Yeah. VAR is a mess. So it's a mess.
It's just one of those. It's just one of those seasons. Leicester are okay. I feel if a big club comes in for Maddison, he'll go. I think if a big club comes in for the manager, he'll go. He's shown it before. There's no loyalty there. He did Celtic, completely wrong. So there's no loyalty with him. If a big club comes in, Arsenal, somebody like that, he'll go. He'll jump ship.
So
Vardy.
So
how many seasons has he got left in him? Who knows? You asked the point: are they selling? Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Actually, Paul, I was literally just gonna say, like, I like Leicester, like a feeder club to the so-called bigger teams.
I don't understand that question because everybody sells their players. But I don't understand how you can say they're not Ajax that are producing youth and everybody's taking their youth players from them. So I don't understand why you say that. Everybody sells.
Yeah.
Is our Liverpool feeder club? Our Man United? Our Man City?
I suppose Tabrice means from sort of Danny Drinkwater and Mahrez and Kante
Yeah,
I think
and Maguire.
Paul, from now on, what we got to do when Tabriz asks a
You see?
question, ask Jamal to translate because it's always a different meaning. It's different.
No, but
deeper meaning, okay? So
you know what? You guys know exactly. You know.
Ray, you're getting boring now.
No, but again, you know.
So it's not about them being a feeder club. Everybody sells their players. So they sell their players when a big bid comes in. Simple as that. So they can reinvest it in their club. So they're not a feeder club. That's a ridiculous thing to say. I don't think they'll finish in the top 4. I think they'll fall off. As they have done, their squad is very, very thin. So that's my opinion. The season is a crazy season. It's a done deal. I think everybody else is now playing for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as me and Ray said earlier on in this program about 4 weeks ago. If Man City get a run on, they win the league. They've got their run on. They've won the league. So everybody now is chasing 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And the way the season is going, everybody drops points. So it's still open. So I don't know how somebody can say that Chelsea are going to finish above Liverpool. Liverpool is going to be in for Chelsea. Season is crazy. It's open. Injuries are going to happen. VAR decisions are going to happen. So we don't know. What we can say is Man City will win it. That's all we can say. Everything else is up in the air.
Yeah, but how can you say that if somebody's saying that this person will finish over that, this team will finish over that team? It's just what we're saying. Like you're saying, it's a crazy season. Man City might have a blip as well. Yes, they have a good run of form. Look at the way United went.
Man City have had their blip. Man City have had their blip.
And it's a crazy season, like you said. It could happen again. It could happen again. It's a crazy season. Everybody's beating. Who thought Liverpool will lose to Villa 7-2? Who thought? Who would have thought? All I'm saying is you cannot. This is a crazy season. That I absolutely agree with you. You can only speculate. Yes, City can win it, but what I'm saying is that like a lot of things are going on, and they could have a blip. Liverpool, for all you know, Liverpool might even come back in there. But again, it is what it is.
No.
You cannot discredit somebody. Hang on, Ray. So you cannot discredit somebody and say you don't believe how Chelsea will finish over Liverpool or vice versa. It is what it is.
Well, I wouldn't even bite on that, Paul. Can I ask you a question?
All I'm saying is
you cannot ask you a question earlier on. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Nana, for what you said earlier?
Yeah,
I wanted to. You mentioned Man United being a top 4 team earlier on. Are you looking at Man United right now as an established top 4 side?
Right now.
Well, that's what you said earlier on. No, earlier on.
You're not going to twist my words like Sabrina.
No, I didn't twist your words. I didn't twist your words. You said.
I'm ready. We can go for it.
No, that's why I'm asking you a question. That's why I'm asking you a question. Because what you said earlier on, when you were talking about Leicester, you said with the established top 4 clubs like United. That's what you said, and that's why I'm asking you. So I'm asking you: do you see United, based on what you just said, as an established top 4 club as we speak now?
Actually, speaking now, no.
So then, how can you then? Wait, can I finish? Can I finish, please, Nana? So then, how can you then say Leicester are battling the established top 4 clubs like United if United are not a top 4 club as we speak? I'm not talking about their position. I'm not talking about their position now. No, Man United, I'm a Man United fan just like you. But Man United are not an established top 4 club at this moment.
When you finish this, you can move on to somebody else because this is just nonsense.
No, it's not. Because
when you ask anybody in England, top 4 sides, right now, what would they say? Top 4 established.
They wouldn't name Man United. They wouldn't name Man United.
Listen,
they wouldn't. Historically, Man United was a top 4 club.
Of course,
right now, Man United. In the last 6 years, no, I'm not twisting the words. In the last 6 years, Man United have finished in the top 4 once. How can you refer to Man United as an established top 4 club based on the form that they're showing right now and over the last 6-7 years? How can you refer to them as a top 4 club?
I didn't give you the era. I didn't give you the time. I didn't say right now. I didn't say 10 years ago. What I'm saying is, if anybody were to ask you, England, top 4 clubs, you would name some teams.
You're going to have more than 4.
Ray, stop being stupid. I asked you top 4 club. No. I asked you, if anybody were to ask you for top 4 club, I didn't say name 10.
Okay, I'm asking you for the top 4 clubs. I'm asking you.
Top 4 clubs will be clubs. Again, I'll put the placard up like Jamal said, who have finished consecutively in the top 4.
Okay, so I'm asking you, can you name me the top 4 clubs, like England's top 4 clubs then? Can you name them?
Yep.
Go on.
I would say.
Sorry. Being technical, you mean teams, because clubs is a different situation. So you mean current form?
I'm just repeating what Nana said. No, I'm repeating what Nana said. Because Nana said if anybody asks you, Jamal, don't try to come in and save him. Don't come in and save him. Don't try to come in and save him, Jamal, because Nana has said that if anybody asks you about the top 4 clubs in England, Man United will be named. So I'm asking him to name the top 4 clubs in England
right now.
The established top 4 clubs.
Established.
Yeah.
In what era?
Just name like the.
No, but because we can go back and forth and we will never answer the question.
But that's why I said. But Nana, that's why I said.
Established. But that's why I said. You're working with historical data, isn't it?
No, because that's why I said you will have more than 4 teams then. You'll have more than 4 teams.
No, but nobody's asking you more than 4. They said top 4 clubs.
Okay, go on then. Top 4 club.
So nobody's asking.
Right, based on your understanding.
The question you're asking is stupid.
No, based on because what you're saying is stupid. Based on what you're saying, based on what you think, name me the top 4 clubs in England.
Right.
Go on.
If I'm going on established top 4 club from historical data.
Okay, go on.
Say the last 5 years.
Ooh, last 5.
Right?
Go on then.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
United will not be there.
Can we have the 4 clubs, please?
Yeah, because if you're trying to be, I want to name.
Jamal. I want them to be named, please. I'd like them to be named.
Then you'll be naming the clubs who have finished 3 or 4 times or more times the last 5 years. So I would say Liverpool is there. I would say City is there. I would say Tottenham is there. And the last one, Chelsea.
Okay. So
in the last 5 years.
So that's your top 4. So if I asked you for the top 4, that's your established 4. So why
in the last 5 years? In the last 5 years. So why in God's name are you even mentioning Man United when you're talking about who Leicester's battling against? This is nonsense. Tobias, can we move on, please? Because we were talking about historical data. If somebody's asking you historically, if anybody asks you a question, top 4 clubs in England, unless they specify that it is last 4 years, last 2 years, then you can tell them that, well, these 2 clubs finished these 4 clubs finished, consecutively in the last 2 years. So yes, these are the top 4. But if you're talking about the biggest clubs, the top 4 clubs that you can recognize, what would you name? Which 4 clubs?
It's okay. Ray got you on that one. It's fine.
Can you name those ones?
It's cool. He got you. It's cool. He got
you. Okay, well, again, I just
again.
because this is madness. People just come up with these statistics.
You're literally driving Nana to drink, but it's cool. Go ahead.
Because Jamal, what I can't deal with is when people just pull these statistics out of the clouds and then expect them to have it.
You caught him out. You won. You were right.
He won what? He won what? Can you explain that, please?
Nana, accept defeat when you.
No. I want you to explain to me because I don't know
he's been defeated.
The context.
He doesn't think that.
You referred to Manchester United as an established top 4 club, and you were incorrect for doing so because they only finished in the top 4 once in the past 6 seasons. Okay, so
yes, but
correct on that.
But what I was saying in terms of
we can move on to Breeze. We can move on now to Breeze. We can move on to Breeze.
Stop that. It's not about winning or losing. Did you when I was saying? Did you ask me if it was for the last 10 years? It was the last 100 years, the last 20 years. Did you ask me that?
Sorry, Paul. What was you saying, Paul?
So we can go into the semantics now, isn't it?
Yes, Paul. Please.
I can say that. Oh, when I was talking about that, I was talking about 10 years ago.
Please continue.
What can you say then?
Can I ask Fabrice a question?
I'm asking you a question. What can you say then?
Sorry, Nana. I thought you moved on.
Paul.
No, we haven't. We actually haven't.
Paul wants to. Paul wants to ask you this question, and I'll happy answer your question.
No, we haven't. We are not moving on until you answer the question. We haven't. Because if you're going to be silly, then let's have a go at it. Because it's not about. I don't come here to win or lose. I don't come here to. I come here to listen and say opinions. So this nonsense is just becoming unbecoming.
I know.
I'm listening. Fabrice, I'm listening.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Someone
Paul.
should let some light on that nonsense for me.
Yeah, Paul.
I'm not keeping quiet until somebody sheds light on that nonsense for me. Hello.
We've
Hold on.
Why Cat got your tongue right now?
Quite a while now.
Cat got your tongue right now.
Hold on, Anna. Sorry.
Can you mute him?
I'm asking. Cat got anyone's tongue right down?
No, hold on, because like literally,
just what I thought.
I want to move on to the next question. What was it, Paul? Sorry.
Right. So, we had a discussion yesterday in one of our groups, and and I just wanted to ask you, because you did say today would be the day that you would elaborate on your, because Ray has just said at the end, we're sort of fed up with people doing Trump. And what we call as doing Trump, you say something, but you got nothing to back it, and you just leave for the masses to bite on it. We like people who say things, who have got the facts behind. So when we ask a question, so I'm going to fast forward and let everybody see what we were talking about. And I want to know your answer, because we're talking about our beloved Liverpool. And for what people don't understand, you're a Liverpool fan, so you say. We were talking yesterday, me and another player, about the demise of Liverpool this season and what was the reasons, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, injuries, VAR decisions, Liverpool just not playing well. I said Klopp will rebuild. Rumours of Salah's not happy. He will be, if he's sold, of course it will be for big money. Barca, Real Madrid. Bayern don't spend a lot of big money. So Barca or Real Madrid bidding war, big money. That with FSG's transfer money, he can rebuild. Okay. I spoke with another player, 2 or 3 players, a lot of fringe players being sold, blah, blah. Your Trump answer was FSG have no transfer fund. I asked you to elaborate on that, because to me, that was just a Trump remark, no substance, no facts. You said tonight on your show, your football platform would be the night I would be educated on that process of FSG not having the funds to back Klopp. Now, I'm just going to ask you a few questions that obviously normal Liverpool fans would know, and I'm sure you're going to know, because obviously you're the mentor of this.
You know what, Paul? Let me just again just kind of explain exactly what you was talking about, and like the reason why I had to butt into that conversation. So you was talking about, rightly so, about the injuries and how Klopp needs to rebuild, and which I totally agreed with. And then yes, rightly so, or well, not rightly so, but you kind of mentioned about our kind of owners, FSG, and their budget. And yes, 100%, I kind of interjected. And again, let's not talk about what was said after the WhatsApp group, because again, hold on. Okay, so all right. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that, everyone knows, if you can look at the balance sheet of kind of FSG, and if you kind of look at the success or in terms of what Liverpool have had for the past 2.5-3 years. So when Klopp came in, Yeah, we bought Salah and Mane for literally, I'd say, a combined fee of about 80 million. You know, and again, that's kind of pretty good, you know. And also Wijnaldum for about 7.5, let's say 8 million, and connection. All of those have been in installments. Cool. You know what? FFG have to run Liverpool like a business, like how the Glazers do it. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So Klopp has been manager of Liverpool for 6-7 years now, correct? Paul? And the reason why I'm saying this is in our prime, which was like last year, yeah, we won the Premiership, European champions, world champions. We had Mo Salah branded as like the most viewed player on the internet by none, bigger than Messi, bigger than Cristiano Ronaldo. And everyone knows there's money that's involved in this. This season, when injuries hit us badly, like how all other teams have been hit with injuries. And like, don't forget, with our New Balance sponsorship, all of our merchandise, yeah, that doesn't go to FSG. That is supposed to be for the kind of maintenance of the Liverpool squad. All of the signings that we've had, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, those transfers, that was paid with the Coutinho money, 145 million. All of those transfers have been in installments. The Thiago transfer, 20 million. That was bought with
Can
the
you fast
Brewster
forward
money.
to explain why you don't think they've got a transfer budget? Because you're just waffling. Can you just
if they had a transfer budget,
I thought Ray said they don't have a transfer budget because of COVID. I thought it was what Ray said.
You know what? Let me not. You know what? I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole because you know what? Because again, there are kind of other topics that I actually want to talk about.
No, Jamal.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
No, Jamal. Let me just
wait. No,
because he's waffling.
No. No. You know what? I'm trying to literally understand. No, you know what? I'm trying to educate you, Paul. Yeah. When we
Salah money, if he's sold. And FSG's money.
Listen.
This guy jumped in and said they had no budget, blah blah blah. Let
you
me
know what?
The facts to him because he says he's a Liverpool fan, but he has no clue. Doesn't know the anniversary date of Hillsborough. He doesn't know what FSG has done for Liverpool.
What are you talking to do with it?
Like what's I'm saying? You know what, Paul?
It's about people picking on one word and knowing exactly what people are saying, and then still just
You know what, Paul? And again.
Oh my God.
You know what, Paul? And again, I'm going to be respectful because again, you know what? This is like a video for the people. And exactly what I said, I will educate you. Like again, with the two defenders that we've bought, as in like the loan and this Ben Watson guy or whatever his name is for 2 million. We had to loan Minamino to Southampton for 750,000. So that's not even come out of the FSG money. Yes, fair enough. You know what? No, wait. What I'm saying is there's no budget. Because if there was a budget, when Gomez and when Van Dijk got injured, listen, you know what? And again, you know, I know that Nana talked about Mings and we were talking about defenders, but you know what? Again, we are still Premier League champions. Like we have still got the ambition to actually go on a run. If for whatever reason, and again, don't forget, FSG is a kind of American-owned team, and literally they can own certain franchises in like America. So like certain things are run differently. Let me kind of put it this way. Even though people slate the kind of Glazers, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, Ray and Nana, but you know what? They kind of went out when they had to and actually bought attacking talent because you know what? They needed it. They kind of went out. No.
Right. Thank you.
Listen. No. Wait. No. Paul. No. Paul, listen. We have lost 3 defenders. Matip, Van Dijk, and Gomez. Yeah, midfielders, we are light. When we had the opportunity, and like, fair enough, teams will literally look at Liverpool and think, you know what, you guys are Premier League champions. Certain things are going to be inflated. Fair enough. But how can you really like sit down and say, you know what, with the two defenders that we've bought, yeah, are those like Premiership quality players? I don't know, as in where Liverpool are right now.
Can I put you straight on one thing? Because you don't seem to do your research before. We've only bought one player. Kabak is not. He hasn't been.
That's what I'm saying. It's a loan.
Okay?
That's what I'm saying. It's a loan.
No, let me explain.
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
When you're a top player, you're still going to be in Champions League right now. So how can we buy anybody? How can we buy anybody?
Paul. Listen, Paul. Money talks. No matter where. No.
You're expecting Klopp to buy quality in January.
But you know what,
lads, I'm getting bored now. Is there
thank you. Yeah, you know, one like 100%. And again, I will literally say on that camera, FSG do not have a.
Come in, Ray, because he's
no. But
answer the question.
Why are you calling Ray for?
Can you answer?
Tabriz, can I say something, please? Because you've spoken for a hell of a long time, and you haven't actually answered the question at hand. And what I will say is, and I just want to say one thing. You're saying the basis of you saying that FSG have, and just correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying the basis of you saying that FSG will have no money in the summer is because they haven't spent any money in the January transfer window. Is that what you're saying? I'm just asking. Asking. Don't bite my head off. I'm asking. Is that the basis of what you're saying?
You know what? If you kind of look at Liverpool's transfers, and again, I don't want to go on because again, you know, I'm literally respectful of like people's time. If you like, tell me a player that we've bought, you know, literally straight out, apart from Salah, Mane, and Wijnaldum at the beginning.
I'm just asking a question. I've just asked a question. I'm saying, is that the basis? I'm just trying to understand your thinking here. So the basis of you saying that FSG will have no budget in the summer is because they haven't bought anybody in January.
100%. We at this present moment have to sell like a player to actually buy a player in.
Okay, 100%. So you think the two are linked because they didn't buy in January? That's why they're okay.
And again, you know, and
can I take a shot there? That what you actually meant is that unlike other clubs, when if we like United, for example, we need a player, we go out, we buy the player. But for Liverpool, you are saying money talks, so therefore they have to sell someone. Or from all the examples you're given, they sell players, get the money, and then buy other players. That's the kind of business FSG is running. Yes,
exactly. And
who have we sold in January?
And I'm sure, Ray, you understood the question that he was asking where he was going.
That's why I wanted to confirm.
Wait.
Answer the question.
What you meant.
Because I disagree with that. I disagree. Even your explanation of it, I disagree with. To me, the two aren't linked. Liverpool, I believe the reason why Liverpool haven't spent any money in January is because the player that they want isn't available. Simple as that. That's the reason why they haven't spent any money. You can't spend money. If the player's not available, you can't buy him. Like, look at Upperman Charlton. Bayern have just signed him in for the summer because RB Leipzig ain't going to sell him now because they're still in Champions League. They're not going to sell him. So the players that you want aren't available. You can't buy them. So to me, the two aren't linked. That's why I wanted to confirm what Tabriz was saying. If he's not there, you can't buy it. It's like I can have £1 million right now in my hand and I want to buy a Lamborghini. If the showroom ain't open, I can't buy it. Doesn't matter whether I got the money or not.
And
it's irrelevant.
Jamal, he keeps on about we pay in installments. He doesn't seem to understand most clubs pay in installments.
Well, that's a good point.
Listen,
you don't understand that, Tabriz?
No.
I'm not taking any sides here, but I was surprised when I was listening to the Wolves Southampton match and Minamino Southampton side. I didn't even know that sort of loan transfer took place. So I can kind of understand the method to the madness. But yeah, in terms of transfers, majority of transfers have in some part of it installment based. It's very rare because the fees are just too high. The fees are just too high now. You wouldn't have that for any type of business, whether it's a hedge fund or asset management. You wouldn't be 100% transfer.
This is it, and this is why the two aren't linked, Jamal. That's why I don't believe January is linked to summer.
And you might be right. You might be right, but the two can be linked. I know they may not be, but
if you're telling me FSG have no money to spend,
they are not willing to spend.
I think that's lunacy.
It was said that. I think you and Paul have been making good points over the past few weeks in terms of the business uncertainty, and when businesses and the overall sort of economic scene they don't spend because business confidence is low, investor confidence is low, so there's going to be a reluctance to not spend. But the difference is if the team is underperforming. Usually, the owners will find the cash somewhere.
Thank you.
And I think they will in the summer. And I think they will in the summer.
So, Ray, can I ask you a question?
Jamal, but the thing is, Jamal, I believe firmly. Sorry, Nana, let me just respond to Jamal. I believe firmly that Liverpool will find some money in the summer to buy players because players will be available then. But I don't believe you can link the two together now because I think in January, as we discussed weeks ago, what centre-backs are available now that we would say, quote unquote, are Liverpool standard centre-backs that are available? They're not.
Yeah. So it's just, and you're right. And I actually agree with you about that. It's so deep because FSG.
I just don't understand
that they are willing to finish 5th or lower rather than overspend on a player because it's a tough situation. The injuries have been really unlucky.
Jamal, people usually act. When you see people act, you usually have to believe the way they're going to carry on in the future. They bought Liverpool. They paid out the debt from the former owners. They've built a stand, 150 million. They've just built a training ground, 50 million.
Wait.
They gave Klopp the money for players. Okay, he got those signings right. They won trophies. Does he now think that in the summer, when the decline has happened and injuries, that Klopp is going to go to them and they're going to say, "No, you know what? We're not going to give you any money."
You know what, Paul, and you know what,
because they haven't bought anybody in January.
But to Breeze, that I understand Paul's stance and your sort of hesitation towards it, but one part for sure that I would definitely answer is that it? Do you think that they won't spend in the summer?
I don't think that they will literally spend big. And again, I don't want to kind of harp on about this too long. In terms of the stand and the academy complex, they have loaned themselves money, how most of these clubs do. So literally, it's a debt for Liverpool. It's not an FSG debt. It's a Liverpool debt. So literally, I want to make that clear. Yes, they have spent the money, but they've loaned it to themselves, like a lot of these businesses do. So please, again, get your facts right. So I kind of definitely. Wait, hold on. No.
You do know that.
Listen, no.
This is not a hedge fund. Own Liverpool lock, stock, and barrel. You do know.
Listen, FSG
shareholder in the club, John Henry.
Listen,
you do know that.
FSG will definitely spend some money, but literally, it's not going to be the amount that Liverpool at this present moment need to kind of not going to only get cover for
present moment isn't
for those players, but even beyond. But again,
whatever. Move on.
But again, respectfully, Paul. Thank you for bringing me in.
One of those people
so 1 minute to breathe. Can I add to what you're saying?
Available in January.
You know what, Paul?
Can I add to what you're saying for 1 minute?
No.
This new player that Bayern just bought. What's his name? Upamecano.
Yeah, but now a defender.
Yes. So, am I right in assuming that your argument to Breeze is that one, yes, they have to buy before, they have to sell before they buy. However, if you're saying that Liverpool, we all know Liverpool are in crisis right now in terms of defense injury. and all things being equal, they would have thought in advance. Because this player was bought for like what, 37 million?
Yeah, it was some
So
something.
are you saying Liverpool didn't have the 37 million to buy the player right now for
I
summer?
don't know. You know what?
It just doesn't make sense.
How I see it, how I see it, like, everyone, on this panel has kind of clearly said football is a business, and literally right now, Liverpool are one of the biggest brands. Again, I'm kind of talking last season, Premiership champions, European champions, world club champions, etc. There is money in that kitty. Don't forget, last season we were very, very lucky. And again, if you kind of look at our kind of starting 11, even when we actually won it, it was very consistent. We were very lucky not getting any like major injuries. This season, again, it's just luck. It's just kind of one of those things. Our kind of key players have been injured. Right now, Jim, and again, let me not kind of get that into it, because again,
but what does that have to do with them not having any money?
You know what?
I don't understand.
Okay. Well,
that's the bit that gets me.
You know what? They are not willing to spend the money. They are like,
how can you say that, Tabriz? That's the thing. That's the only bit I'm disagreeing with you on, Tabriz. You're making statements, and this is not me bantering. I'm being deadly serious. You're making statements with no facts to support them.
All right, Ray.
Hang on, let me finish. Exactly. You can't turn around and say that they're not willing to spend money. If I asked you right now, give me a top defender that is what we would accept, not Tyrone Mings or someone crap like that, who's good enough to go into Liverpool's starting lineup and replace a player like Van Dijk. Give me if you were playing Championship Manager, who would you go and sign right now?
Koulibaly, easily.
Okay, so if you go to Napoli right now with 100 million, do you believe that Napoli will sell him in January? Because they've already said no, they're not selling in January. They've already said that.
You know what? Listen, you know what?
So are you saying that it should go with 200 million?
No. You know what? Money talks.
We've seen with these clubs, when they say something, they mean it.
Listen, okay.
Just like with Dortmund. With Dortmund and us.
Cool.
They told us what the figure is. The thing is, the reason why I'm disagreeing with what Tabriz is saying, I'm looking at it, if I'm a manager and there's a certain standard of player that I will break the bank for. But if the clubs are telling me we are not selling in January, then I'm stuck. I can't buy him. So it's not a question. So the part where I disagree with Tabriz is when Tabriz is saying that they're unwilling to spend. There's no evidence to support that. They went out on a limb and they spent 70 million when a lot of people didn't think Van Dijk was worth 70 million. No. They spent it. When they bought Alisson, remember, Liverpool had just tonked Roma, I think, was it 9 in the Champions League, and they spent 70 million on Alisson. That was big money.
Yeah,
when they bought Mane, they didn't think Mane was worth 28. Was it 28 or something million?
It was 30 million.
And he wasn't supposed to be worth that kind of money.
No, but again,
proven to be good buys. Sorry, let me just finish.
Okay.
It was proven to be good buys, but you can't say that the FSG haven't backed Klopp when he's gone to them asking for money. So to say just because this January they haven't spent when players aren't really available, I think that's a bit of a large statement to say they're unwilling to spend.
And again, again, exactly what I said right at the beginning. Like they spent the money on Mane and Salah for a kind of combined price of about 80 million. When you're kind of talking about Van Dijk and Alisson, that was with the Coutinho money. So but they still didn't have to invest it. They backed him. But that's exactly what I'm saying. We can have to sell a player first before bringing a player in. And again, I don't want to go on about this because again, we can have like another topic.
What do we have to sell?
If
Salah wants to
I'll leave that.
Anyway,
top dollar, you can reinvest.
Okay, well, I mean,
what he's talking about.
Well,
you have to sell to buy.
Okay, well, again, my kind of own like opinion at this present moment in time, those like 2 like centre backs that came in, you know what? We'll actually just kept our money and just thought, okay, you know what? Let's kind of wait until the season's done rather than trying to please like Liverpool fans, because I think that's a total disgrace and a kind of totally
Oh, so
disrespectful
Klopp
thing
is just
to actually
trying
do.
to please Liverpool fans.
No.
Okay, Klopp is just
Listen,
trying to please Liverpool fans.
no. But again, we are kind of talking about FSG. We're not talking about Klopp. We are kind of talking about FSG. But anyway, you know what? Let's move on. Thank you for the people who have been listening. So going on to the to the kind of last topic. There's like something that I just want to put out in this video. Hopefully it will play and hopefully it will be okay. This has been trending over the internet for the past week, and I'd love to get everyone's opinion about this scenario. I'm gonna just play the video.
Before it went over the line.
I knew you were gonna play this one.
Oh. Can you guys hear it? Okay.
No, we didn't hear it. Can you?
Okay. Let me. Okay. So let me just rewind it.
Here come Bochum again, looking for the equaliser, and Sylvain Janvula's got it. That is a wonderful chance for the away side, and Janvula knows it as well. He drags the ball across the face of the Holstein Kiel goal. Well, the home side being told to wait for their goal kick here because the video assistant referee is checking something. There is general confusion here. It would appear one of the substitutes warming up touched the ball before it went over the line. Michael Eberwein has been found guilty and a penalty has been given. Dust off the rule book. That is the punishment and a yellow card. Incredible. So Janvula, who missed the initial shot, has scored the penalty. It's 1-1. One of the most bizarre moments in Bundesliga 2 history. Holstein Kiel and their supporters are stunned. This is absolutely crazy.
So, if kind of anyone doesn't know, this was a game in the second division of the kind of German league where a striker took a shot. It was kind of going out of play, and a substitute from the kind of opposition stopped the ball allegedly before it went out of play. And supposedly, well, in the kind of rule book, if like something like that happens, an infringement, it's either a free kick or, because it was in the box, it was a penalty. Ray, Jamal, Nana, I would kind of love to get your opinions about this kind of crazy situation. I mean, what do you guys think about the whole thing?
Yeah, you don't want my opinion.
Okay, you know what, Jamal?
Can we have Jamal's opinion first?
Please.
Oh man, it's painful. I think this happened a couple of seasons ago. So when it happened, we kind of got sent the video, I think the next morning. And unfortunately, this is one of these law changes that were designed to make the game better. Then something happened that wasn't really designed for the law change. And then the referee, because that referee would have been aiming to, get better games in the Bundesliga, aiming to hopefully get to the Champions League. So he has to go by the law book, heaven forbid he make a decision in the spirit of the game. So, yeah, I think what was happening, especially in South America, I think quite often was club officials or substitutes or substituted players were running on to the field of play whilst the opposition was through on goal and tackling or interfering with play. And I believe the previous law at the time would have counted them as an outside agent. So therefore, it would have been a drop ball. So if you consider one of your attackers is through on goal 1v1, a club official runs on, Mourinho runs on, tackles the player, and then in return for losing that obvious goal scoring opportunity, you only get a drop ball in return. So FIFA and IFAB have realized that isn't right. That isn't in the spirit of the game. If that were to happen, you would get, if it happens inside the penalty area, you get a penalty in exchange, which is sort of getting an obvious goal scoring opportunity in return. But then you have an incident like this, which Germany needs to change because you shouldn't be having substitutes warming up behind or near the goal. but based on the letter of the law, a club official or a substituted player from the defending team interfered with play inside the penalty area. So therefore, it's a penalty. It's ridiculous in the spirit of the game because a goal kick would have been appropriate or a drop ball to the keeper's hands would have been appropriate. But to the letter of the law, it's a penalty. It is a little disgraceful.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again, Jamal? Can you say that again? What's the decision?
The decision was a penalty kick. So a penalty kick gets awarded for that because a substituted player of the defending team interfered with play inside the penalty area. So when a goal kick would have been the natural restart of play or maybe a drop ball to the goalkeeper, out of law 12, a penalty kick should be awarded.
Can I ask you a question, please, Jamal? So, you obviously don't agree with the rule, and that's fine. So there's two things I just want to clarify. So if that happened outside of the penalty area, it would just be a standard free kick.
Yeah, it'd be a direct free kick.
Okay. So if you were refereeing on like an academy game, say one of the like main academies, and that's you were in that unfortunate situation, I'm assuming you would give the penalty.
The best advice I would give for a referee there would be to do nothing. If the referee did nothing, the goalkeeper would have got the ball, placed the ball in the goal area, taken the goal kick, and no one even would have sneezed.
So you're saying you would actually try and hide away from the correct decision. If you know that, I'm saying he stopped it on the pitch, so you know that's happened, you would not give the decision you believe to be, by the letter of the law, the correct one.
I think modern day requirement of a referee is to avoid controversy. That is how I approach matches. If I wanted to make the game about me, I could definitely go and do that. But that isn't my MO. So, I'm refereeing Fulham and Spurs under 18s on Wednesday. If something very similar to that were to take place, I'm not trying to end up on Sky Sports for the wrong reason. I'm not trying to end up in newspapers or some sort of viral video on social media for the wrong reason. Now, if that sub came on and stopped the ball from going in or deflected it to go wide, I'm definitely giving a penalty. But for something like that, where it's even marginal, you need VAR to even tell you if he's even touched it on or off. I had to watch the video 6-7 times to even say it was on the goal line. That isn't even a clear and obvious error. So I don't even know why VAR is getting involved in that. And a team who should have been given a goal kick is now getting a penalty kick in return for a pretty badly scuffed shot wide. So I think it's a bit off.
So my thing is, can you see now where
what I've just heard?
Well, I'm quite surprised myself, and the reason why I'm surprised, Jamal, because can you see now why us as football managers and players, we get frustrated with officials? Because if we know the laws of the game, and you're, excuse my terminology here, making it up as you go along, because you know what the rules are, you know it should be a penalty, but you are deciding to ignore the rule and give a goal kick. Incredible. Can you not see why people like myself get angry with referees on a Saturday afternoon when they're not giving the correct decision because they don't want controversy?
Well, no, because
Jamal, before you go on, the context should be put there.
So
hang on, because Jamal said something, and I want to dig into it because I think that's blatantly wrong. I'm sorry.
No,
whether you like the rule or not, whether you like the rule or not, the rules of the game say if the rules, whichever way you want to word it, Nana, if a player of the opposing team touches the ball within the field of play, it should be a direct free kick to the opposition. You were saying you're going to override that because you don't want controversy and then play to what you want to give.
No,
that to me is wrong.
No. So that specific incident, it wasn't even clear. I said I had to watch it 6 or 7 times to even
I get that.
To tell if he was on the pitch or off.
I get that, but I asked you if you know. I asked you if you know.
If he clearly came onto the field of play and, like I said, deflected it, that's completely different. But for that situation there, no. And then to answer the other question, I do understand why players and managers get frustrated, but you don't get frustrated at referees. You get frustrated on more mundane situations.
No, I get frustrated when the rules that I understand. No, when the rules as they stand are not being implemented, that's when I get frustrated. Because at the end of the day, I'll give you a scenario then. Seeing as you don't want to take that one, I'll give you a scenario. Our player runs forward, say our right back pushes forward, goes through on goal, takes a shot. Now, remember, we're on a Saturday field somewhere or a pitch somewhere where there's no cameras. One of their subs, the ball's going wide. One of their subs stops the ball on the pitch because they're losing for whatever reason, picks up the ball, gives it to their goalkeeper. He puts it down, takes a quick free kick, plays it into our right back area, and they go up the field and score. I'm going to be livid because that ball didn't leave the pitch. So that's why I was very clear in my question. If you know that ball has not gone off and one of the subs is going wide, stops the ball and interferes with play, that should be a penalty to us.
Oh no,
that's
a complete difference.
But that's why I said
that specific area where it wasn't even clear. Because, like I said, VAR had to intervene there, and that's ridiculous because it isn't a clear and obvious error. You couldn't even tell. I thought in real time when I first saw the video, the first viewing I had of the video, I thought it went over the goal line, and the player just stopped it because it's just a sort of.
Yeah, but that's why I was specific, Jamal, when I asked if you know it hasn't gone off.
Specific before you said it. I said if it's clear if it's clear. Now, what I want to add more context to is in what it says in the laws of the game. Now, in the game, it says any foul in abusive language, I'm to send that player off. So if he's running, just came back from injury, and then tears his hamstring again and swears in pain, I'm supposed to send him off.
Yeah.
Is that me avoiding controversy, or is that me making up laws like as I go on?
No, common sense. But that's not the same thing. No, but that's not the same thing, Jamal.
No, but Ray, you are talking about
the reason why
the laws of the game.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm asking the question, because I'm saying to you, if you know that ball hasn't gone off, let's take VAR out of it. Take VAR off it. You know that ball hasn't gone off. Whether the shot is going wide or not. Me as a manager, I expect you to implement the laws of the game as they stand there.
Exactly.
And it should be a penalty to the opposing team. Whether you're on a field or whether you're in the Premier League.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you two things there. Let me ask you a question. So if I am 100% sure the ball hasn't gone off,
yes,
taking the same action that the referee in the video did.
Oh, you are?
Yes, of course, yes. I for that specific incident where it wasn't clear if it went on or off. If it's on or off, I'm not giving a penalty there because
that's fine.
That's me.
You're not listening to what he's saying.
Now, secondly,
I'm listening to what he's saying, and I understand. I understand when he's saying if it's not clear, you err on the side of caution and just say, "Goalkeeper, take the kick. It's off."
Yes.
But I'm saying, I asked. That's why I said, you know, it hasn't gone off. You know, it hasn't gone off.
If I know,
giving the penalty.
And if I know and it's clear that it hasn't gone off, unfortunately, that player who touched the ball is gonna have to learn a very harsh lesson. But I can tell you this now: referees have been assaulted for applying the laws of the game.
Yes, I know.
Had some very serious. So then when you have situations like that, you have to consider what's more important. So, for instance, a referee one time, a player he's a defender inside the penalty area, flicked the ball up and headed it back to his own goalkeeper. There's no appeal. No one knows anything. Okay? Now, in Law 12, you're not allowed to do that. That counts as convention of the laws of the game. The referee was quite averse to that. He knew it. He gave the player, he awarded an indirect free kick and a yellow card. Sod's law, that player's already on the yellow card. So now he's had to send them off. Now, defenders, the players, the managers have no idea about this obscure part of the laws of the game. And then that referee, unfortunately, ended up getting assaulted. Now, we have to look at that. Not a bad assault. Just, the players kind of grabbed him a little bit. Didn't punch him or headbutt him, but still. So referees now have to look at that. So wait a second. You're refereeing under 18's non-league match. I won't say which club, but under 18's non-league match in South London. Okay, the score was 6-2 at the time. Why are you giving a yellow card for that? Why are you causing this controversy? Now this is a professional game, completely different. But if you're refereeing a Vets game, Independent versus Mayfair, and it's 6-3 and there's 10 minutes left, and that happens, why are you getting involved in that? Especially if you're not sure if the player has actually touched the ball on or off. You know, so it's not a crooked ref thing or a ref.
No, you see, that's my issue.
You shouldn't be encouraging controversy when it's having no impact on the game anyway.
I don't think you're encouraging controversy. I think you're to me, when you pay a referee, I'm paying him to be there on time and implement the laws of the game as they are. If you give that against my team, you'll have no argument from me. It's the laws of the game. That's the rules.
All
No,
right.
it wouldn't. My argument would be with my team, my player. Why are you? Because the thing is, once you start bending the rules, you open up the game to madness. Because you make a rod for your own.
For the betterment of the game for years. Because for instance,
that to me is unacceptable. That's why we get angry.
If a player takes a throw in from the incorrect position, I'm supposed to award a throw in to the other team. So what referees then do is say, let me just give that player another chance. Wait, number 3, back here, please. If you do that again, it'll be the now. Is that me bending the rules? No, that's good management of the situation. The same thing. If a player swears because they're on the receiving end of a tackle or because they break their leg, I'm supposed to send them off. If I don't be bending the rules, that's me understanding that that law isn't designed for that specific situation, and I'm not going to penalize.
Yeah, but Jamal, swearing is a completely different aspect.
Ray, you're gonna go round and round.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not going round nothing.
Hold on, Ray, hold on. Nana, Nana and Paul, I would literally love to kind of get your opinion about the video and also the rules as well.
I can't believe what I've just heard from Jamal, and you can tell by the comments that are rolling at the bottom of the screen. I just can't understand it. Controversy. You're a ref for grassroots football. That can happen anytime in a game. Players had too much to drink on a Saturday night. You have made a bad decision, and he doesn't like you. So to say that you're managing the situation because you don't want any controversy because of incidents, none of us agree with assaulting of refs. But as I'm with Ray, what we do expect is that you follow the rules of the game, not manage it. Because let me ask you this, Jamal: you don't give that decision in the 40th minute. You don't give that decision to the opposition. I know the rules, and I've seen that you haven't given it. 80th minute, my player goes through, and it's maybe an offside. It's not. You give an offside. What do you think I'm going to do to you? What do you think I'm going to do?
It depends. We're speaking first. We're speaking about a very freak incident. Now we're speaking about more bread and butter decisions. So we have to decide. Offsides are different than a 1 in 10 billion incident that I've never had experience.
You said you want to manage for controversy to lower the chances of assault, which I totally understand. But
no. That's not exactly what I said, but yeah.
And what you're hoping is that the opposition and the players don't know the rules, so you can get away with it. That's what you're hoping for on Saturday. But what happens when you come up against a manager who knows the rules and knows what you've done? What do you do then? When he knows what you've done,
that doesn't happen because managers don't know the law. They should, but they don't.
You
should know, but you don't know.
That's not a fair way to. That's not a fair way to referee.
Hold on.
I think you guys are taking it way out of context.
Way out of context.
Wait, hold on.
No, we're not.
Jamal, Ray, and Paul. Nana, I would love to get your thoughts about this rule and also the video.
I think it's a very simple situation. It is a freaky incident. Now, and the difference is, all we're talking about right now is whether the ball has gone out of play or it hasn't. Whether we've actually seen it go out of play or now. VAR nobody on there saw it apart from the VAR. You understand? Nobody saw it. So if that ball had been placed down for a goal kick, carry on, nothing would have happened. But this is elite football.
But the conversation's moved past that. No. We're talking about.
Hang on. Yeah, but that's something. It's two different situations, then, isn't it? If for me, if I'm refereeing an independent game and I see this happen on the pitch, right? Goal kick for me. I'm doing nothing.
Right, and that's where I have an issue.
Now, the reason why I'm doing nothing is
that's cheating. To me.
It's not cheating. It's common sense and it's man management as well.
No, it's not, because what you're going to do now.
We have to understand how they see it as cheating.
That's what I was going to get to. Like from a referee's point of view,
how it's effective management of the match.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Jamal, and that's the problem. The management of the match will go askew, because if I know the laws, as you're saying, managers don't know the laws, but if I do know the law and I blatantly know you've not applied the laws of the game, I will now expect you to behave that way in the rest of the game. And if you do something, let me finish. If you do something that hurts my team, I'm now going to be livid, and I'm going to be pointing everything back to that decision, and you're going to be a cheat as far as I'm concerned, because you chose not to do it.
I'll tell you what we're highlighting right now, because even some of the things that Dwayne's saying now in the comments, this is a classic reason why referees don't want to come on any social media. They don't want to give any interviews. A referee like me is brave enough to say what he would do in that specific situation. I then make it clear if the player did clearly come on and I saw it, and everyone saw it, that's different. Now it's coming. I'm a William Hill ref. You know,
no, they're just joking. They're joking. But I respect you for being. Yeah,
the general consensus of somebody who's not a referee.
Jamal, before you say, I do respect you for coming on and being honest. I respect that, and I'm respectfully saying, I think that's wrong, because what that will do, and you'll get managers who aren't as calm as I am or as sensible as I am, and they will want to attack you because they've seen you bend the rules to avoid controversy to the detriment of their team. So even if you give a legitimate decision that hurts their team, they will then be looking to come after you because they've seen you bend the rules. That's how it appears on the other side of the coin.
No, but that's a good point. But you would have absolutely zero idea about the bending of anything, because from depending on where you are, you probably wouldn't even have seen the incident. You might have been getting a sub ready. You might have been getting ready for Lord knows what. You probably wouldn't even have seen the incident. You would have seen your player go through, take a shot, scuff it wide. Put it wide again. And before you even notice, the goal kick's already been taken.
You're assuming that, but I'm saying if I know.
You did saw it. Before this incident happened, a lot of referees didn't even know this law, let alone
very true. Players. Very true.
So we're talking about for free. Remember the second incident I spoke of, when a defender flicks the ball up and heads it back to his keeper. Once again, a freak, very, very rare incident. We're not talking about bread and butter throw-ins, offside, fouls, penalties. There's no bending for those. I will set a standard of what I want to give, then I'll be consistent to both teams throughout. That's the aim. We're talking about freak incidents like that one, like the defender picking the ball up, Verratti going on his knees, heading it back to his keeper. We're talking about freak incidents. We know that those laws aren't designed for the spirit of the game. So therefore, like for instance, the swearing. Anyone who swear in other countries, swearing, you be gone.
We've seen, but we get referees on a Saturday that tell us any swearing and you're going to be off. And what do I say to my players?
Do they do it?
Some of them have done. I've been in games where that's happened. But the thing is, Jamal, when a referee says to my players, I don't want any foul and abusive language, the first thing I say to my players is, do not swear at him or in regard. And if the referee takes action against him, I will never blame the referee for that. That's the player's fault. That's their job.
Like,
their job is to understand what it is.
We have players in our team who do this every Saturday.
If they are punished for it.
For the last 4 seasons, it's been only one time that one of the players, winger, has been sent off. For the
did I blame the referee?
No, I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying that this is what happens in refereeing.
Right.
Like you say bend the rules, but
that is bending.
There's so many things that you have to bend to make the game work. If you don't do that, the game doesn't happen.
I'm sorry, I don't
take you in the group, for example, the undergarments that we wear, tape around the socks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but that's not going to affect the result. That's not going to affect the result.
Of course it can.
Wearing.
Hear me out. If I want the player to take it off, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He comes on. I caution him.
Yeah.
Right? You go and take it off. I send him off again.
Yeah.
He comes back again. He's wearing it.
Yeah, but Nana, that's completely different. That's completely different.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That I can decide
but not in the last game. It is.
Yeah, and Jamal, and I get that. But what I'm talking about is actual game rules that affect play, not the color of the tape he's wearing. Rules that will affect play. The thing is, what you lot don't realize on a Saturday on the amateur game, players subs coming on the pitch and kicking the ball is far more frequent than you can imagine.
Yeah,
and that happens. And referees, even before the official law change, referees would, if a player running down the wing, someone comes in, kicks the ball, the referee would give a free kick to the other team and send off whoever did it from the sideline and tell them to move from the pitch.
Let me ask you a question.
So, of course he would.
Let me ask you a question. So for you and Paul, for that incident, so that Bochum incident in the Bundesliga. So forget about the laws of the game. We're talking about we bring you into IFAB and FIFA with your grassroots experience, and we go to Paul Ray. Do you think a penalty kick was the correct or a suitable outcome for the spirit of the game? What would you?
Yes.
You think that's a suitable outcome?
Yes.
You think no. Don't talk about the laws.
You know the thing is, Jamal.
You can influence the law change. You can influence the law change.
No,
so let's just say we give you the power.
I wouldn't change the law.
Okay, so I'm saying if you had that if we gave you the opportunity, do you think, because no different than a player running and dislocating his ankle and him swearing, a red card is not sending him off is not within the spirit of the game. What that substitute did does not constitute a yellow card and a penalty kick.
Well, it does.
No. Why? Because it says so in the laws?
No, the reason why, Jamal. No, the reason why. Because what that does, it opens the floodgates. If you move it, let's move it from the behind the goal. My player's running down the wing, and my dangerous player's going down the wing, and the team think, hang on, there's a fast breakaway here. Somebody comes on and kicks the ball and thought, oh, I thought it was out, ref. I thought it was out. And I know he blatantly knew it wasn't out. That's what you breed in. That happens on an amateur game a lot more frequently than you think. And that's what I'm saying. No, it's not. It's not. But that's what I'm saying.
It's a good point.
But this was a shot to the pitch. I understand that. But but Jamal, the thing is, what I'm saying is, you can't change the rules to suit the area of the pitch. It has to be one way or the other.
So let's just say
ridiculous.
All I would have to do for your situation, which is a very great point because it's realistic, is if a player is dribbling and is tackled by a player off the field of play, then you award a penalty. If a shot is taken and rolling harmlessly wide of the goal over the goal line,
that's even more controversial.
A penalty kick was not a suitable.
No, but Jamal, that's even more controversial.
Specific incident. You know,
that's even more controversial. If he's running down the wing and somebody says, "Oh, I thought it was out," and kicks the ball, and you take it from the side of the pitch and go and give a penalty, that's even more controversial.
No. I mean on the goal line. No. Okay.
No. I'm saying what I've seen with my own two eyes playing the amateur game. I've seen guys going down the wing. Somebody thinks, you know what, this guy looked like he might do something. They got a fast break, and he comes on and says, "Oh, ref, I thought he was out," and stops.
I've never seen that before, but I hear you.
I have seen it. I've seen it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you can't change the angles of the pitch. The pitch is the pitch.
Quick question.
Quick
question, Fabrice. As a player, Fabrice, and you knew that certain rule. Okay, you're playing a game. You knew that the player had touched the ball before it went out in the box. You knew.
I'd be crying out for a penalty. I'd be crying out for a penalty. 100%. Like there's,
He doesn't give it. No. So Fabrice, he doesn't give it. What do you think happens for the 80 odd minutes that goes on?
We would.
No, good point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
You know, and you know, and again, we've kind of all played at, you know, like a standard level of football. Everyone knows when a decision doesn't go against you, you can always think that like ref is literally part of the opposition. You like know when you know when the rules are so blatant, you know, when the decision is so blatantly wrong, you know, every single player and also people on the sideline will literally berate the ref. And like, you know what, it kind of goes on Saturday football, Sunday league football. It literally happens. I mean, for like me as a player, I would expect a penalty 100%. And I will be absolutely transparent here. You know, you know, if it happened like a couple of weeks ago or like last month, I like probably would have just turned around and literally not thought anything of it. But like now, this like video has been, and you know, and I like believe this like happened in 2019. So you know, so it's kind of not like a new like video. This can happen a couple of years ago. Now I know about this rule, and again, I think, you know, with the power of the internet and literally what we're talking about, people now will be educated about, okay, well, if like certain things happen, then, you know, I'm literally expecting the referee to actually award a free kick or award a penalty.
My thing is listening to these two saying that they managed the game and they do this rule for certain games and they do this rule for certain games. That's
no, I don't remember. I don't ever remember saying that.
That's shocking.
I don't ever remember saying that.
No, someone else said that. But
same here. Listen, I think you're twisting the context of things. This is a freak incident, and in terms of managing expectation in the game, you have not said anything to back the argument that if you say apply the laws of the game to the letter,
you wouldn't like it. Trust me.
You would not like it. You would not.
Jamal, at the end of the day, whether I like it or not,
we are not choosing and picking.
Jamal, whether I like it or not,
Ray, we want games to go on. Every referee, you leave your house on a Saturday to go play football. You want to play football. Children, adults, everybody wants to play football. So you as a referee, there's an expectation on you. Now, when, for example, the law says that without the corner flags, for example, you cannot play. You cannot play. Now you're going to go to a 12 game on a 16 game and say, oh, you don't have corner flags, so this game is not going on. Use your common sense. I will let the game go on.
Okay.
I am bending.
I think we have next week's topic. I think we have.
Listen, you know, you 100%.
Nana and Jamal. See, this is where you lot aren't. See, I understand what you're saying, and I do have sympathy for you. But what you're not understanding from our side is that the rules are put in place so that everybody understands this is the laws of the game, and we all are working supposedly from the same rule sheet. What you would take as a bendable rule and what the referee next week is going to take as a bendable rule is two separate things. And what that does, it inspires people to never know where the rules of the game actually stop and where the bendable decisions are. And that's what causes people to have animosity towards referees. Now, whether I like the rule or not,
that's not the number one reason.
No, it's not the number one, but that contributes. It's like what frustrates me more than anything is if my team's playing a game and I see a tackle go in, and I'm like, that should be a booking. And the referee this week doesn't book him. But then next week, another referee comes and my player puts in an almost identical tackle and he's sent off. I'm livid because I'm seeing, but that's where when you referees use too much discretion, that's where that comes in. So what I'm saying is,
there's a huge difference, though. You're talking about players. You're talking about players.
You're talking about
the ball going over the goal line and wide of the goal.
Rules are rules. If you've noticed, fun and jokes aside, a lot of the comments, everyone's saying rules are rules, whether I like them or not. All I ask for the referee is just follow the rules. I get the whole colored tape business and all of that. I get that. And the corner flags, I understand that. And referees will tell me, you know what, if there's no corner flags, anything close to the corner, I'm going to give a goal kick. I've got no problem with that.
He's not supposed to play the game. The game's supposed to be called off.
And I get that. Exactly. I get that. But what he's done, I know that. But what he's doing, he's looking at the game. You lot are amateurs. You know what? There's no cameras here. Guys, you just want to play. And he's told me what he's going to do either which way. So I understand that. And I have sympathy for him because my job is to provide flags. But when you're actually telling me, I know the law, and I'm not going to apply the law because I choose not to, I'm sorry. I cannot accept that. I cannot accept that.
Okay, well,
hey, we can save it for next week.
You know what, guys? You know, we've got to save this for next week. 2.5 hours. It's literally flown by. Again, you know what? I just want to kind of just like say right now, I think everyone on this panel and literally everyone that's in Saturday League football, Sunday League football know how hard it is to actually referee a game. So, you know, we literally salute every single official at grassroots level and also at elite level. So again, Jamal and Nana, thank you for kind of coming on and kind of being candid with your kind of conversations and your opinions. Guys, thank you so much for everyone's that's chimed in. Jamal, Ray, Nana, Paul, thank you once again for spending 2.5 hours on this platform. Thank you for everyone that's literally chimed in with their comments. Thank you so much. We salute everyone that supports football, Saturday League football, Sunday League football, Vex football, academy football, any type of football. We salute you. My name has been Tabrice. This is the Amateur Footballer Unhinged. Watch out for next week, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching.
See you there.